online so said I can obey me anya ho. And you may nkomo pii wo ho nkomo mu hwam nkoma no odin na nkoma edika na editie you don't want to miss it. Isan say when tia why your pa information bebre ewom. Same ka say ye ne IMF for ababedru or memu IMF mpanimfo yate se mampani ankasa ena ebelidi na oni won afiase edidi nkomo so mo ba bedru na edie se bibia toto ye de na kire se ochena ena bia nkomo didie no ebefrase at the same time nso so yawada ena ye hwe ni mu se finance minister obeko parliament na odi media budget no nso akwakoto edwa na the minister of finance issue statement omode chere IMF ayesi ekoi eniema bi chance nkrofo adwemu start yom kesene kakra mema na asare akwaba godon akwaba
ofa yedi eja
enti na asare na akasa no memi din de kwadna akwache yemi no ya trase
ofa wodi ka wokasa be 2 minutes enanka wankasa mi wahano ma ka course be start abel na wo hemfa no lady
wow
asebo
enti no yebehwe Ghana kwa ye kwa IMF of course and then komo kese pa ye bedi no eye tena ye ne owura Alan Kwadwo Kyeremanteng betena say ye trade and industry minister na or ye core member of this government senior minister pa na ye ne na atwetwe komo na ye hu abaya adwen ani de ntia oso kwa IMF enkyeremu ewom amamfo adwene nye omo ntanta eti say na de ebekọ akowie so but of course questions be babaja MPP norms we have the men na no eba ne say ni nyina ye questions ay ebe na ebinim say emfie nye mfie empre be du nso asesei ni ayekọ IMF vasa ode de ekoje 2020 ni 2021 ka ho a ene we kra ne the 19th time na sare yeko ebinum so wadwen se brebia no yebekwaba na yetie dadam na sese abai eye niema bia anase kabai tu anamo bia truly no yede ebesesan ye hyebre ana ebema empuntu abai abrabom ebema se de ye niema da no ye nkoso nye ne saa ebema me bon pankasa de bema economy a transform enso ye nya saa enti no ne saa ne tia na azare
no figures ne nche saa de figures no enchire saa ene yetie se enye IMF ko bia ne IMF ko na se busa question say 2019 se ka COVID-19 ama na wo hwe figures e wo ho no mo a na bibi chese ke be kwa IMF ana na bibia nkyere 2020 krampo early 2020 krampo se nya COVID-19 na aba na bibia nkyere bibia kyere se yesi kwantre mpo no ma ye ko
and then me busa we because and then these are some of the issues
yeah be ka ho ase
ya be hwehwe
minister say obeka productivity ho ase ma
yes
drive the economy
enti ya be hwe baby free ni baby abedru ni baby betimi akọ of course ya be hwe labor issues nso so enra na adwumayefo a wo wo enwomasua aso ye ekra ye almost editor ye nim say ye cost strike o we de enye kokobo na otwe ana na otwemienu kokobo bi amem azara de te ya ne say almost say omuhia cost of living allowance the cola 20%.
Yes.
Enti ene school for ko dru school no na che say a teacher for ama interpretations p and abam be say IMF I be kon be hu say so mo anye smart no mo anye de ombeje a ɛneɛ na ɔmunim da kora ɛbɛba bɛduru so nti zum kora raise questions about say na nti no ɔman nso yɛn nyinaa yakɔ ahokyerɛ mu nhu ana na agyigafoɔ kɔ aho ayi yɛtutu school mbɛ abɔsome nko nanso so abai kɔ so tua teacherfoɔ ka pɛpɛɛpɛ a obi ankɔ adwuma na no nso yɛyɛ ne dɛ nti yɛbɛhwɛ no na nazaronim said nanso so midwifery for no and nursing and midwifery nso more issue statement almost say abai more 20% cola no be almost to no kwakoye say a church for adwuma mu de ai bi and Minister of Finance and so issue statement church nyema bi ani so say kwaye IMF no enkyere say e betwa abai ne flagship policy mu to say free senior high school ni agenda 111 no ani ade yate the IMF for no so asa person do mo ani kyere say bi ti say ngoma sua ne ayare hwe chese nyema ahia sa de omo hwehwe say abai ntwa nyema so ne mpo be more investment ewo mu ebi bisa say na ne e-levy enso so ye de be kwa akosi hin
relevant questions
yes na still no MPP echitafo ene amanyoko no mufuo nyina nso so sa announcement dia ba bedue wo mo so se boto a ebinum kra boto ha binum bua binum abambua abuo ne ade ba na sare we nyina na me kase sare na me kase wo de wo atenase wo na hwe ade a wote fa aban ho a enye wo de ana se bibia asia wodi aban ho yan office abaya di hwammo ana abaya bibia waninyi ho hwe wakomam hwe obu afu hwe de said wusi complain fa hwe said hwe wo level of disappointment
yes
wo ho kwaso nyane nyina but kan nyina na bom na picture say
senka
me gidi say o greatest disappointment o biggest disappointment and say ye bebo aba na wo behu say o party free power nazare to test defeat DSC nyina yi kra aye manager boyi hwe say de aye wafa now think about testing electoral defeat. And this will be because nyabotra nyesa nipa no emfili ma sorry and I be there what u feeling no on feel bi
and on case they will feel no and you justified
but
they
no interest
why should they will feel no a belly due to baby how couple the offer a bit my edu will crop aba because they will feel no say a bianca communication around BB a kababe to me ayeni ye entina ebufu aba e de sadia ye be any be same
de beba mra memfa ho
na we mpoke to be buy na buafu yi ye ha wa so da wona imagine
we na udi ya
we
na agency
we na agency say
menyo so ajakwa achebro we mpo na age announcement yi keke
and agency say
na
how much more
ashwa kuma say
how much more say party no ebeko opposition na special whereby ya wa ugidi say e kam ebi akada na mi pie kwa abonten ekoto aba e ka anyisi ana nimdie bi onimdie bi wo saasem we ho e kam kan e chechire mu ma Ghana 40 ase a e ke bi ke nipa miunu bi beka say on be support party no na 4 years no betimate na ho after all over IMF no enye a journey of no return
Jabi.
nyame adoma eko aban be say film in fact IMF ko no over for me a psychological keke.
Okay. Chrim.
Aha. IMF enye Satan's company.
Okay.
enye Satan's company.
Enye occult.
Enye occult. Occult ko fam join ni. Eti se ofase ke ya ade a enya. E ke free na ti ko jo ho a ke join ni ofa e ke ya free. Ke at least ka preseko fo be ka se o me join ni. E ko ba kwa se da bi free because e ho de kwa e ya busude. But you know, said that you be betimi asi enti yen join ne na de si ya ofa yakwo say mumunye emwa etade na asi
Yeah. And you join in on so as I make can be at all there. So you try to.
So
we are a member in good standing.
member in good standing. Na de ofa sa wo kwa sorry na say wutuatua wo to kakra welfare na say bi free mu a na say asori for so bobo wo nsa. Does it mean say wo eje say wo finance wo mama na wo sister wo ye no wo tunye na yi abit ba na yi but so ye member enti no me da of in fact ye nya started the but started me was sanki to be kan ho kakra eno enti no ano da no pe nipa mienu frame your point have ye ko break no and also godin do fast mama pa me said was look ene de mama ko ma to me was upa ko be Facebook me de was why you free Facebook Untimi standing. Na show. Ehuro ketwe. Obi. Oh. One coffee for John Mama picture be no more coffee and yumbi. Se fidia ye suma ona asansu dia ye bu ye name esum ye no. Some video bi anyumbi sa. Ekuti anyum.
Ya. Ani omode some people fuesa apia.
Enya hwe.
Enna ebi akoma obi na de bache ofo nam se na we kra no enya electoral defeat o
debut
we nya bato a ya to a NDC ni bi owo next neighbor wafa de ebom kon na wapia bontin ni a block kwan gi yani at the spinners na ya nye ejo na bia wa ma won saso anye se ya ansare ye be brobro kam we kra ni o enyum kaka we yi dia be
keke
enti no matter what level of disappointment dwene kwachiri pacho nyabotre kakra na wa mfa nwansena ho amre wukru na ansare nwansena de ne ho ahomte
hey agofo kwa edi e kire mo bo mo bob ebisu ya no ahwe ne konkunta agu na nwansi na esisu no oyesi abo ase ki wo fa na dafo
enti na wo ka no
eto fa de make ne say minya sure say ubenya MPP ni from president kwa cabinet level ekwo EMT ekwo ministers wa ofa omu ani gye ho say baby adira koduru no e wo say aban no ko IMF minya sure enu ti ofa me mumu die ka mani beje labor issues are starting
na obian fact obian so ntimi nya economic analysis apart from NDC for who want to be partisan and it is consistent with them.
Yes.
And right, you read the document IMF
yeah
omo ankasa managing director no baby announce say 100 countries and I'm so more omo no momu share member countries in crime say omo spend it.
Yes.
They
should spend as much as they can. I can message pull up near ready.
Omo nko mfutuo mu na omo nko yisika omo akora omo de asiache na omo mfa emedidi sanse emra ye wo mu no ye brebodin.
Yes.
Na COVID no aba be hadwen nanso na sare NDC omo nyintumu da e wo mamu say COVID kranyan so boni bi e wo ye economy ni so they've never accepted it enti apart from NDC ombe insist say it is also mismanagement. Mismanagement in Sunti and Ghana ako IMF. So apart from ombe kansane, in fact, what okay Ghana sinche na sorry. 99 other countries now omono almost apply to join
get
IMF
facility no so. And yes, I need
and there is a group called there is an entity called IMF. About 190 member countries. A binum assigning on to program that not one time. One time more than 100. Sorry, Edimirika. Kose. Yensu ye ba facility there. Engineer mismanagement no yare yempete.
And of almost a
anasa yentobro. Anasa chicken pox. And tiabegu amano
chicken pox.
Anaya kwata.
A bad chicken pox. And I said John Mahama cholera no. Once at the time na cholera bag Ghana be no. Ebi enubia. Ategu biaso. A economic pandemic of a see yare na baye no. Attending to sika. Yare na baye no. Attending to sika eka and abewiase. The whole world of ya kenkan. Enu na still na ye be so asre say enkomodie no of a stages wom. One leg ne the performance of MPP 2017, 18 and 19. Before COVID. Ye different home so be ma near basa COVID ba ye krompo no. You can compare performance of government 2019, 20, 21. Ghana government, any other country say performance no kwano fa no eti say. In the midst of the ekosu nyina growth rate eti say. Unless say what's the growth rate no
because last year don't forget the World Bank Emma projection about average growth rate never cost Africa. Ghana exceeded that.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, IMF for nankasa growth rate, global growth rate estimate of the buy. Almost we are seeing achieve. They have to revise it downwards. IMF global GDP beko ankosoro sa obu se da bi yare no ba adru no ofa Boris Johnson kan was it the year 2019 nkofo ye mu campaign no country bia ni hono ma wo de COVID-19 share ne budget Boris Johnson kan yo so no ebedru the year 2020 no was it where the year you so obi ase nyina COVID-19 ye no ho asema no obi eka school asema COVID-19 infrastructure bia COVID-19 health delivery COVID-19 enti no media mesre empenfo bebra omuwo expertise no say ombetimi achechense no mu amagana for atese and I can tell you if you no yeah asem no beto abonten no and you know so the government you know so the eka nyina nkra mu ntete nkra ne next time mo hwe ne yi etima heart attack sa you know beto abonten na ya kwa me nkoma time na aviakete ne asi ye yi obi adi ne sa ne ma no over to the bia omun guide the pack kakra me hu se bebia ade ne ekoni aha a free weekend Saturday Sunday enura me gidi se ka se ye measure nkofo temperature abafom.
Okay.
And we must commend Mr. Free Information Minister. Ojo Ponkroma. Na ana meka je se won koso no musu. Yes wa hwa home ko ntimi home. Baby wakokọ kasa wakasa. Stellar performance. Na abampa ni fon sa fa sa de ne market dan ho. Ojo Ponkroma performance we no. Omo fa market dan wo se COVID-19 baaye. Ojo Ponkroma delivery. Anyway, so far pandemics me no na rock yen yo. Yare any pandemic, any economic pandemic we look at Kojo Ponkrom's delivery, any coordination. There's no
any passion.
Any passion.
Any
humility.
Humility.
What you say?
How are connected?
Yes.
And when it comes to the subject matter. Or communicating how in death.
Yes, he is. And now, oh, person caught tangentials, no, done this, you know, no, he won't allow you.
There be.
Or bring you back to a year. And to know, there are so many concurrents in the party.
Yes. And in government.
Omo baby omo wo. They should bring all of them together and say, look, asem say this, if I na man para make no. Yes, ntokwa no, enye park is wo. Ofa, say so the park is so dia. Bumba obi ba from be from amango. That's here. Obi so nyanka ofa ho kire anka akoro timi ko from makase ne wo. Eso pe baabi atete. Ba we de yensuo so ntokwa. Ana shape ni sinsuo no so. Ana captain ba ko ne wo. Ba mo amotimu nyina so equal mutwe captains ni bi. Munim how to say mutibeti mahu say beti ma yenti no. Then they say nyina no the moment afa obe say when I captain fa yekọ na wayi wani no esenki a you won't survive.
Yeah. Udi nwansana ho nyan udi nwansana ho abufu obabiri ukro ene say na asare tete niam bi wo parliament.
Yes.
In fact the ka de nanka press conference soon.
Ene
asare from a side that you wouldn't expect. And yet, side no. You expect them to do no.
Can you imagine?
My teacher was saying, it's not here.
It's not
here. It's not here. Here. What does here? Na omobe call for say. Obia president yes yanka, but
yes.
Once again. And pennyfo komu from their metitino.
Yes.
Pennyfo komu. Ena. Ajobre ne kasa.
Yes.
Ema bato. Akrokro kasa ya semunyabotre. But anyama happy. Now the mayor say my main acknowledge sponsors.
Okay, me so.
Na me ba. Me nim so ne issue be outside there Kenya. Me mom nyina nkran ni mu ntitenkran mevma we yetwam na next week no on say last week can be before Greek ministry na sorry ye besa akoko biem esan say eniema hia na ye kan yemfa aseda ma ye proud sponsors Franco Trading Enterprise original phone and accessories fee right companies a ton phone no doso bebre na ene ye one company I can say one day wetimi agina ne na so wa kire say in a very competitive environment no omo betimi emerge as champions na omo nsa no adwuma ena ekire ene Franco Trading Enterprise wontimi mfa company beyond in terms of phones and an accessories ton wa wie ne sana magana fo age omo atom ena or the other product flash screen TV Franco TV or the tabletop fridges and or the air conditioner in Franco brand at the abedwa so a okoma so ye no be bia obetimi enye bi na wato phones na nkasa nso so de brands nyina Samsung, Nokia, iPhone ene de kaka ho nyina obetimi enya nti Franco omo aso ye be bia okwa obenya omo products ni bi na wato adabraka Roxy Cinema bar stop the opposite or honor so ye kese ho akobo nipa ebubum koho na omo akoje enema pebi omo timi ade asisi omo dependable herbal home omo Medina greenhouse new road omo nro ne di omo ho adanse adom malake o mixer etu malaria se papa honam taye o ya wabre ni nyina na duro no Adom Kwe plus capsule droi so I am team wo so a ne kamfo de amaw enye se oyem better team there be ma Adom Kwe plus capsule ne mixer no yo adam sanso ne koko ebetu na se Adom natural mans mixer and then a capsule ye me medru ebo mo papa na Adom ladies care capsule so e ye medru a this is your mo ho abrebia through the menstrual cycle na etimi aboa paama otimi aye obesebe ndo nyina ewodwa so se oko dependable herbal home o ma so o Medina New Road greenhouse e bi wo ho na dependable herbal home ɛwɔ Kasoa opposite Datus International School from 0242 22 3555 any omo entwetwe enkomo Planned City Extension Project. Planned City Extension Project. Omo ayen hihye ya omo si adan ede ama Omanfm. Na dai ya emu oduro adai kama impo beachfront buildings nyina ewom enti no omo yen hihye ya omo aso yakase no ewo Mutual Pram Central University Campus no hono na uduru ha no mbetwetwe nkomo enhihye ko kakra wo ho kirechirem kirewo a eda na yesi ama ye ma 25 years ama ode atuaka enso so na utim dada enti mesro mo bia amfa saase mebu mo bia amfa adansi ehumbubu Planned City Extension Project for omo number ya 057 79 11101 057 79 11101 and a 055 55 30 300 055 55 30 300 and a 055 70 54 635. Other sponsors be and so and I'm counsel about Serenity Bath Salt. Unya bigunsu mujari abemo etimi adana form be relax we dey no any eda ho kama Radler a lemon flavored refreshing alcoholic beverage a can mu foul minimum kama omonso etaya chi JK Stationery a hona sabre day ye ton atarash product in amestro and crash school call pens on the tray eraser books exercise book ya branding kama wo JK dim wo ye stationery store bia de obeko JK for ho our North Industrial Area a year number 60 Utublu Home Street na wakoto nyeman bi e de ababegu o shop mo sa wo pe ba bia obeko no akwa di o lunch akwa di o dinner na wakwa your business meetings baby abetumi akwa your corporate meetings na say uwo wedding reception corporate dinners and end of year party ne sa ne mani nyina baby kase a it meets city 350 people and on Stone View Event Center ewo East Legon be kamun sambebre e de actual says so live band so ababeta so yemfa seda e magoil the goil air can and it says samri ubetumi akotwa de ho na waye momo e de ama go card ewo ho dada no ye de eto goil petroleum product names are gone so they walk akotwa ye higher grade fuel and a year ton at the amount normal price. Yes, so man for you as a comfort not teaching hospital woke man sitting here more honorable Canadian here Japan a ye the bottom sika say yam fan tom fidie yam fan cancer treatment center work comfort not teaching hospital. Na bakon red dra egu na opese yenyina susu timi boa se nyame hire obi ne yenyina animu at least betimi follow na namona na mo bia otu no yenso etimi asua bi ye gigeto kakran Omanfm account bi wo ADB ye frɛ no Omanfm flood victims account na bota diska tumi ye de yenkrofo adoye memfa number na ma nso betimi de kakra ka ho me de akoye komfo anoche cancer treatment center project no account no ye 1131 00 0005341 001 branch no Medina and now betimi de momo aba 0542 869 979 edin waso connect change upon fabra nyamfa nkonkoboa the sponsors are horo ni nyina omo detail baba anazare fejina ba bia ansan ye ne honorable minister
yes
Alan Kyeremanteng yede and command ankasa ahihye so and there we will be brave but
that of an 8th parliament we wo sing any 7th parliament of a difference wum papa
okay 7th parliament no for republic
yes
and there na e between
2016 and 2020 na MPP na majority 169 I guess and na MPP ni Professor Michael Kwe and the Speaker of Parliament.
Okay.
Na MPP for majority kesiye pa. Yeah, that time no fa say MPP for members of Parliament be 30 crackers omunko adwuma one day na enhaving.
Yeah. No difference no.
No difference no so. Na sense ya 8th Parliament here we offer 137 plus 1 and no support to MPP. Speaker of Parliament also say NDC ni. Yeah, was our ambitions. E won in team. Anti MPP members of Parliament offer they can't afford not to have their numbers in Parliament. If they think they can afford one, maybe more typical example, we'll put the classical one. November 2021, and now finance minister read the budget of Parliament. Wakase bibia totola kwemu a nyame adoma 1st February 2022 and now he levy a better effect. And I'm say MPP enya numbers for Parliament just because of Honorable Saraju Asafo. Eventually, he levy ekofan tokwa eba Parliament. Emma subicho bi bleeding podia yinim ya TBB sa. Ofa edru say he levy ye pass ya ye di ye adwuma eye 1st July. 8 February twem, March twem, April twem, May. No, sorry, May. Say May they take effect. May day. May they take effect. Enti at least bosumi mienu sika eka levy edebe magana abai no. Enam say MPP enya numbers inti ofa skanama.
Actually,
You know your one aspect. Enam say MPP enya numbers ama first day Oman timi ampa sa ambra ni nti no. Eden tokwa wantwi buy to the extent to say abai ho kwakire no ema abai making so many concessions. Yeah. Offer and abai making those concessions. Na abai making those concessions in tea. And a COVID and a levy sika na sika abai nya no where nya ne sa. Senka na MPP numbers of Parliament first day noa eka February 1st na ankasa no eka levy ehwa ka passe ema hu nkomo no kan koye twema mentwe am make concessions and yi bebre mfrim up offer eventually levy ya ye twa ne sese no e de levy no awu
yeah
pon
afon ya yi
hu akan campaign
akan campaign and I'm not as akadompe because da ho che na say ebeko enko ye twemfa ba bia ba person twemfa na ntwe ndi na sesa bai epone
ho wes be pay
ayi at the same remittances na afrim ya foreign remittances na afrim ya merchant
they also the a serious how the say offer e ho na enkofo edi obu nyina ade ekofa eti scanner offer faso na say revenue ni enya free 11 mu no say Bank of Ghana for ede sika dodo a enkofo a transfer ewo 11 mu beto abonten a offer e be shock o be won wa say na sika dodo saying ana Ghana for transfer ewo momo so enen so revenue about to be generated no enie I can tell you sika ne be kosoro as revenue generated no offer isa all because MPP enya numbers or Parliament me kadi asiase mi so se offer ebesi ne Honorable Saraju Asafo de offer obuni ketem woko ene me nam do bi ko benya na me wra ho a hu sei na me ye munka from aye janga
Oye janka.
And now no one ho.
Eh ho nam to maba.
You. Offer. Still. And the pe bi ho no ma parliament of omo attendance no e poor. FP is still struggling to get the numbers in parliament. Na utie nkomo no a obi ho no ma where second time MP obi a first time. Na what ba first time? Etu ba na ya meji trade ministry fa ma wo. Ana ba na manya foreign affairs minister. Opa mon ko check the year 2008. Me sure say by 6 months to elections. And now no bus or say chairman Sabunsu. Ye the Minister of State. No about parliament since 1996. As ebe Kofi no and ye the Minister of State. Now wo say of an make no pano. What kwaye mafia? What we need fine. Whether through fair or foul means what we need. Sika wo spend here wo primaries no. E we need no be spend the same amount e lusui. E wo constituency. And now we are member of parliament. One what if ye will be unfriend. But at least what parliament no what privileges be a we enjoy. What if you be? But still you are not satisfied. Ya po so nyina enka kokoma wuni.
Sorry.
Ofa edru baby a was a party no. And government no and take a strong decision.
Omanfm.
Because
it's the party.
Party no. Offer Omanfm kwa round 2020 elections. What can I say? Montuma MPP members of parliament contestants. And yes, sir, I'm one of a bed yamami. What kind? In fact, abem. Na ebe said to me, I West, abra MPP members of parliament, enko parliament. Offer to the Biobaqua parliament, nipa 25. MPP 4, nipa 25. Na omoti ho mo maka no out of 137 obehwe ade no so no votes and proceedings absent the ebo no ma waye absent with permission e wo ho bebre so no absent without permission. I say any saying ultimate nya parliament adwuma na offer enye force esa na aban no e struggle timu ho aban na mo bokakra mo ho no mo bokakra etimi de offer. And that Mesa kuta list no why say maybe me mo bo and the net nyame adom e chano pa mesa bobo but Mr. De jaw me hu aka mo ka se wi ansa na na nim feri nti no na me bia me ntimi mfa ya kese ana mo am na ante for office aka kwa mo offer mo minister ante office we ena manya kwa fa ya na esa na
Oba no man fananko. I'm the number studio direct.
What I say? It offer me that is my point of view. Party no offer. I can tell who pay for no watch or say Mr. Bunsu. No one can say CA. Metima catch or say bra war brace say no or break chain previous years when minority leader now.
Of course.
Because numbers new sir. Numbers new sir. Ni e frem so identity offer. E kodru se na ye be kwa parliament member of parliament ye fa telephone and the enfro say and e be parliament. Na yekutua wo ka ye frew yetua wo ka mo ampam go bia say atomu ana enti no adwuma no ofa enye easy eyetu ho acha adwuma de bia mo amusa aka no do na mo ka na mikromufo na be ka acha me say me member of parliament de bia amusa aka se ye yetu sa be frem mo nya adwuma na ma wo mo mikromufo so mo hinya mo ne bia ofa ho na me di besi
Omanfm.
na minister ba ho it no I'll have to yield.
You have to yield in parliament na yanini we are yes so yasa because you unfinished business and you know boiling point to TF Oman 107.1 FM Ash FM ewo Kumase and affiliate stations thing na 80 na said ya catch mo no Sabra Yakasa idea, Honorable Alan Kojo Kyeremanteng Minister for Trade and Industry. Baba Drufia, how in a team. Intimate bomb in a team. na menamfo wo mu tonto akwaba no na yaw eni ebenifo ni nyina omo tarnish na monhwe yen sati bibia na eneno Ghana for any MPP for bebre ehia nchirichiri mu free abai mu edi free abai ho na omo pese omo hunu se eba ne sei ena akoba ne sa na is it the case say the abai kan no and as MPP for kind say omo wo mema no omo se akoye hura nkrofo de huru MPP for so mo wo mema mtimi deliver na IMF no yakwa yebekwa ba ne da so tie dada mu ase de tie anete e de na kire say this time there BB ebeba eno a Catholic Bishops Conference omo ye nhemu omo issue statement ye kwedie ye nye de e fata na ansa nkoba se ye besai akoho ebiem eninti anadwin nsempi wo ho a ebebusa aba ma wo ye sure say akunya na ye ne height ne ye de toda na misro jem 15 eninti no Chiva kwaba
yo minia wafa bejoso
na ho te say
nyame adaruma
oye na bai mu nso ye
abai mu ye na adwuma no so yeguso na we will appreciate we say with the help of God and Oman ni nyina no ye kabom na ya dwendwene kwan be fa so a be chichire man no me wa appreciate mu say bekoyi
appreciate mu say bekoyi ene anumre Ghana for nso be pese ye beti bebre IMF yese yakoho empre edunsia dada empre dunsun ni ebi kura se be empre edunkron ana de tesa mona ba business ni adwadie ne international nema na mo akwa adarim IMF no International Monetary Fund edi ayonkofa no mo ne aman ahoro nyina woni titru ebesikasem ho nkita ho dia obedika akire no mama
yo wofa kwamra we de medical na magina sa akwanya so e de chia Ghana man nyina ni titru miko MPP eko masoso ene miami nua Kennedy oye sa adwumapon oda ano ene adwumafo e wo ha nyina na ansana meyi wasem na no mesre pa se ye nyina beti ase se the decision of government say ye ko IMF akoji mwano a decision that is taken for the benefit of the whole country. And yet sabi MPP nkwana eko IMF and then NDC and PPP. Ghana ana eko any IMF akudi nkita ho to seek for support for our national economic development agenda. Se Santi Asieno amma from the beginning na sabi de ekosu sesei no uhwe nkomodie no se de ekono a kwamra won se amama nyira sabi omo akọ omo ni omo atumpon a ye tiga na ha ye bobo mu di nyira no omu nyina no they are looking for investors or for investments. America, Europe, Asian countries. Womo ejinomna so pa ensusu obia no epe say investors eba be invest wo mu krom. Say de be ya womo di omu sika ene womo nyansa ene de ka ho nyina aboa ma womo ekro no akonanim. Anu nti se dru ba bi na say a national issue of this nature to say the aban ya take a decision to go to IMF. Say dru ba bi na say sa issue no eba up na say ye di ho abobo na ye dwene ho a. We dan kamasa ni say we must have a national orientation.
Okay.
Ma ye manu nye say eye MPP asem ana ye NDC asem ana another party asem. Ghana ye kanko ene ye bambo ena sebi ye dwene ho. To me se me obi bi ka now I'm speaking as a nationalist. We say me a minister or MPP abemu. But so man ye ma Ghana fo nyina. To me say ye ma ye nya sa that perspective no. And idea ba ko a edi kan a pese meka. Ye to so mienu so no. Ye say asem bia no na nti ase ne ni chirechire mu. Enti ohwa nkomo na ekoso wo radio so ne ade nyina. Wotu se nipa dodo no pi wo ha. Ebia bo munya sa chirechire mu no ama omatimi akoti ase. Where we have come from, where we are now, and where we want to go. A IMF decision ye take a part of where we want to take the country going forward. And to be per se, Sanche Muno, ye shall say free where we have come from.
Okay.
Na ye wadada. Abedru baby a ye wo say and baby a ye pese ko. IMF asemi a part of it.
Okay.
So I will say at the time MPP ye ba mu 2017 na your IMF program na me gina sa asemi so a chechiri mu kakra what IMF is. IMF no ayamana ye hu no a bank na uba power fund say Amansan bank over 190 countries ye nyina yakeka yesika bom ana ya chechire IMF no as a bank ye di yesika akogu ho na wo yesika ne ye di akogu ho no wo mo no so egina so de ye investment say de be ya sika no ebeso aba na ama sika no agro said the beya womo di womo sika aka sa bank hu se obi hiam wa bia obetimi akọ na wakọ akọsere samwa no na no a loan e said wo kwaji loan se wo ya ban a utimi ji loan a free central bank or in this case Bank of Ghana. Edru baby a utibiji loan a free
Omanfm
Ghana phone nyina treasury bills see a issue nyina no. Nyina no it say you are going to the people of the country. Say omumbo obusia na fire mpuntu juma. Anunti I am of Nakama ye but I am Amansan bank. I will be out come be 190 countries now. O my bank no. Say do baby now here more. There's no problem. Say over coho. Now I am a certain negative I say sentiments be about the issue of say o copy moi every
IMF. Na Rala Mabuza o cancer de na so be cancer ne ebia MPP for nso ye ka mo ntimi nyim hu mfrim. Esan say mo so mre bia twemo no bia na mo ma ne ye say sa wokɔ hɔ a enye anaise bia wokɔ ha bibi ɛna wanye ne yie anaase ye boa wo ne ye bɔne bi na di ade so aba so ɛna wakɔ hɔ enti de sa mo so mo akɔ hɔ bi dia ɛne ebia sɛ de na NDC yo mo nyuma no saa na mo so mo aye ɛna de mo so
ɛnokre sɛ ye de ye politics sɛ bia asumasi akɔ hɔ ɛne nti bia ɛyɛ nimguase anaasɛ MPP ne yɛn ɛsɛ yɛkɔ yɛn sika da hɔ no a yɛtiatia ama ayɛ kɛseɛ no na yɛkɔgye bi yɛmombɔ yɛmu busia na ɛno ɛna abɛyɛ a national debate deɛ meka pɔfa ɛne sɛ we must leave the politics out of this discussion about saa na meka na mmom no sɛ ɛba sɛ nkyerɛkyerɛmu a yɛtumi bisa sɛ na yɛdan na NDC time no ebi a wɔn de kɔɔ IMF what were the circumstances leading to say ɔmɔkɔ
ɛna monso modi
ana yɛsusu yɛ what are the circumstances ɛhɔ ana yɛ matter of distinction sɛ wote ase nti sɛ bi a wokyerɛkyerɛ mu saa na woka sɛ NDC foɔ deɛ gyina so a mode kɔɔ IMF no ebi a na say noma bi a mo hyehyɛ bi na ankoye sɛ ɔho de mekyerɛ no ana mo de kɔ hɔ that can be a matter of or subject for discussion and there's nothing wrong with it enti say no sɛ ba so obi bisa so sɛ deɛ na asinti a mɔkɔ IMF there's nothing wrong with it ɛno ani sɛ be kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ de be ya daakye bi aban foforo bi ba na wɔtimi anya adesua bi afiri sɛ ebia NDC ta wɔn kɔ IMF no say na kɔba enti wɔn de kɔ yɛ NPP time say enti a de kɔba yɛ enti sɛ ɛyɛ ade a ɛnam sɛ ɛbusia sɛ ɔbɔ busia sɛ otua ana meboa sɛ wɔn betumi aboa wo ho a enya sɛ ɔbɛkɔ IMF ana meboa because sɛ wokɔ nsimu wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ otua ɛno nti sɛ ɛba sɛ yɛ bi a yɛ pɛsɛmpɛsɛ mu ne yɛhu deɛ nti a aban ba akokɔ and a legitimate discussion conversation but it must be a conversation and komo bi a ɛho die die ɛsɛ hoteɛ ɛnyɛ bufo ɛne obi the way a sɛ ade ne ade no na kyɛ sɛ adesua a ɛsɛ ɛnyɛ free
no yɛnyɛ
free and that's the line a the person the fan ti sɛ yɛ gyina so saa ne yɛ kade a na de me metima ka ne sɛ yɛn yɛ ba aban mu no a yɛbɛto sɛ NDC ɛde akɔ IMF na ɛyɛ the performance of the economy no over a period of 3 to 4 years no nyame anim nie na the records no show say they were having fundamental challenges with the management of the economy ɛno nti by the time a wɔn duru hɔ no na situation na ɔman ne wɔ mu no ɔn sɛ IMF kɔ a yɛwɔ different packages I say DSTV package ya yɛwɔ mu different wotumi gye full package wotumi gye ayi ebi wa ne yɛyi bi afirim ti wɔn wɔ bɛɛ 5-6 instruments a yɛhwɛ the nature of your problem na yɛ select package ama ɛno nti deɛ yɛbɛto sɛ NDC package wɔn akɔgye no your friend no extended credit facility
Bajo chiremu yema because on say nipa nyina aka including former President Joma.
Yes.
Sound badge we okaze. IMF no what is a doctor bi. On the woko ya o yare ti say near the duro baako na ye de amount. Now can kire ye say rather ye wo enye say a prescription krona and I'll call ya.
Yasha wo yare se me fan say bia o cholesterol ne kosra. Yasha the extent of cholesterol no na yama ho dosage no.
Okay.
So hypertension so nyina ye hwɛ degree of hypertension no na yama ho aduro.
Okay.
Enti enye the same thing.
Okay.
Na
and
ye
you
beto ye
penchirichiri mu na ha
yeah,
said na
yeah,
o
but
kan
you know, na the you know omo de call you know. Na package na betimi abo omo no. Extended credit facility. That just say we are here no emu ayedin pa.
Okay.
Enti na dosage no na say emu ye do high enough to solve a problem no.
Okay.
Now enti ye ba ye no we took the position say yaba foforo ayaba ana yabeto say ye wo
Omanfm
so ye we decided to say ye babo modern na ya complete a program if you say woko koji sa abusia na ye ma conditionalities bi a say we fulfill no you decided say we fulfill sa conditionalities no na ama yetimi a exit HSC free program no if you say wo mu say mo amusika na da ho ana akobo bosia de ba say woni sabi as wo kobo bosia conditionalities won untimi enkoji bosia na won ka say ade a wo so de koto equipment no ada vertical no de koye bibi foforo ti sa conditionalities na wo hu nti no se wo ko IMF program so na se utimi di de ya hyehyɛ no so mawa na wo free mu a ma wo freedom ma utimi ye de wo pese wo ye bia on your own.
Okay.
Until we say no ye buy no you decide say we would abide by the conditionalities no. But with the view say as early as possible no e see etimi free mu. Now we made sure say ye be fulfill sa conditionalities na ye free mu creditably.
Okay.
Because I am from said the city and edu ba bi na ukọ na wo free mu na akoye ntokwa je say utumu say ye ka say ye no wantimi anye ti I say extend the program no and I say edu ba bi a obi a friend trigger je ka say ye ABCD and so na sika no say ukoje 1 billion na nya say the 1 billion nya mo at once je say we ABCD na the 500 abro 500 million abro which we a year into stage by stage until ye decide say ye betimi a complete program but whilst doing that no we must make sure say we put in place a Emma Yensan call back to IMF. And we acted in a very positive way. Emma yet me free program. But yes, I didn't say ye go akwemu said ye be transform the economy in a way a bit me abase ye hye no Emma enkoba say ye be hia say ye be call I am said the NDC time no and which ba into the management of the economy no now they have no choice but so moko me chechem if you say sa transformation agenda na ni ekura no a ye de anim se beboa yen ema yen call back to IMF no here resources and yeah say number 1 agriculture. You say, any the mainstay of the Ghanaian economy. And a transformation program for agriculture. And IMF conditionalities are or more impose you as well, share and no one some can. And yes, shall say the transformation program so at the buy. Agriculture 2017 year start here. Planting for food and jobs, planting for export and rural development. Now, one will say, if you are into details. But
I'm there over Murad Bitch and say, be no more cancer. I say, Yetanaha, Yanyashi, na a come there, near Safa and chancing. ne asa akosre ade ya sa momfa bibi ntue mu ne ema medi nti bin ma dwen ne se obia ntu anamo kyese de enim ane se akosre ba ye nya bibi mfa ya nkasa ya setena mu ho a ochena no ema ya ansem nya mobo ne ensa ankoye lala sulada I mean onim say there can be a negative perception be cry nim say etoda uhia credit as a form of investment and I would ayebi nti bin ma adwen so ya nya hwe sika no okwa na wote baby a wote and nti no say adanse bi wo ho a e kire say MPP asaban mo bae no mu di IMF nhihye no mu ye bibia e kire say obi a wotie na dwum down fan betimi ate ase say oh say mo antena ho kwa na mu ye ni say ye betimi de nsesa ba eno no amanfo person behu say be betimi atemo ase yi
enu nti na me church mu no eno ne the transformation program a ye share at the same time na ye IMF ho nhihye ne yetimi afri mu no ti ba ko ne agriculture ye hwe ne eche say ye fa pempa ne agriculture de a de ne be ya ebetimi ama agriculture ana akuayo akonanim ye hu say wo hwa fertilizer usage one of the lowest in Ghana compared to the whole of Africa. Now it's a fertilizer so akuayo de so we use fertilizer whether organic or inorganic now ema de unya free akuayo no mu ekodanim enti anu say say under our planting for food and jobs you be make sure say you be ma omo subsidize fertilizer the na fertilizer usage ye low no be 11% of all farmers spend they use
yes.
Now be then na wako anim say if use of fertilizer is so lower, how can you increase agricultural production and productivity to be able to compete even with imported agricultural commodities? It's not going to happen that way. And see, that was the first thing I see ever tackle. At least, send it one over for more, then the farmers can afford it. And who say seedlings, that's also a problem. Any variety of seeds, you know. And also see a problem. If you say, oh, fertilizer, now need the right seeds, so definitely, we yield, a coffee. So, you see, a supply with seedlings. For different, you selected 5, initially you selected 5 products. You name say, and no idea, a quafono dudwana, a young wajuma. Anna, and which is, you can't say, when you fertilizer. Na se unya seeds na se akuayo hu nimdie unia you even misapply fertilizer no eno tie say extension services eno so one of the Ghana na extension services one more adwuma bua na the numbers is so low say farmers need be brave on even extension officer.
So no more Sanebini district. But I think that be 4 years, someone no more we agree extension school na ba mfa obi.
Mfa obi. Enu nti se wo hwe agree nko ampo the amount of money you invest in agriculture through sa transformation program make na a lot of money. Enu achi so ye won say agric without industrialization also so no ema Oman no nkonanim eno nti ye say ye besa start a comprehensive program for industrial transformation eno ana ye decide one district one factory aseno said ye be ya aban ebetimi aso businessmen any businesswoman ye betimi aso omase na womo timi ahye industry ana mfidijuma ase in every district. Tier one district one factory. And yesa share bibi e friend new strategic anchor industry. So we Ghana. Na say we cocoa ni gold. Na say there's no other commodity a buy no yetimi gina so e de eboy ho ban ti eno so ye ka say e say ye pe new commodities ye betimi and new sectors ye betimi apro che say we agree kin firi wa na wo hwe sika ekọ sa planting for food and jobs mu na wo san ba industries wa na wo hwe program ye new sectors say bauxite and aluminium.
Okay.
Just a bauxite, you export to bauxite. We don't add any value. And they see any free bauxite, iron and steel. Your iron. It means steel free. And so you do me
Omanfm.
Bauxite, aluminium, iron and steel. And I first say oil and gas. No, you two oil, na gas. You export to say the Nigeria and other countries. Now you say no more and kaube timi and free. Say if you add value to iron, petroleum na yenya. Inti anusu so ya say anusu so you be develop petrochemical industry. And no more now we are utwinya fertilizer.
Okay.
Inti ubetwenya bitumen. Ubetwenya plastics.
Okay.
Nyina free we say. Ti anusu so ya di aka ho. Ana fesu so ya say pharmaceuticals. I see a boa pharmaceutical industry no. If they say we import over 70% of our pharmaceutical product requirements. Enti enu say nyina na is a foreign exchange. Enti enu say yes adia we will start developing our pharmaceutical industry. Enu echi you say automobile. So we share your import figures say normal import into Ghana. The highest import bill no is from the importation of vehicles. Oh yes, over 1 billion. Go for baby. And teacher said, "Na abai no ya sheda ni ya hwehwe mu aka say koko asom yen, but entimi for yen sanko another 100 years." And ye pepe new sectors no. Ana ye de automobile so can say the bear ye be reduce your import of vehicles and automobiles. And ye no so ye start to say ye adwuma. And I know so no ye say garment and textiles taripamia say uhwe ekuro say Bangladesh they earn over 30 billion over 30 billion US dollars every year from garments and textiles. 30 billion. Cocoa, almost a boy idea. But yenya 2 billion. So what I say. And Tisha Nature say yentimi and fat new sectors and ban meka cocoa and you go to one. How can you move forward?
As I say, yentimi transform economy.
Yentimi transform economy.
Time bi ani baby.
Ejina baby. Enti anu so ye ka ho. Enti se na wo hwa na is say ka betimi aka no ma no bebre. Palm oil. Aye nguya. Malaysia. Malaysia. Wo mukra ha no mbesua enwu ho adwuma no ye. Every year omunya over $25 billion from oil palm kwa. Enti why not Ghana?
And why not Ghana no? And na mo ye den.
And yes, enti program to develop some new sectors here make nyina. And only transformation agenda no a. Yen ye de ba say. O wom say wo IMF. Ye hihye normal say de be ya e beti be afrim. But say de be ya yen san call back to IMF no. Yen hihye sa ndwuma nyina ase. Say de be ya Oman no betimi apagya ne mu. Ye benye sika. Ehia se ebekọ back to IMF.
Okay.
Enti we so ye de ka. Nya no nko ye hwe education ye se ubeye Greek, ubeye industry. What is the labor force of the future? and to say a educational reform. And to what say, I quite to say, I was here called IMF. Yeah, we inherited the IMF program. But yen so reforms ben ye be ama yetimi ama oma
asia ochina no.
And these are reforms so na make am wasemi.
Okay.
In the agricultural sector, in the industrial sector, and you buy education, and you did free SHS, a buyer. And free SHS no, you can say, a quan be a befasua, you bet me ama yen quada na at me access at least to a free SHS. No, we are going to do it. Now you say you move your friend basic education, you're moving from primary education, a basic first, basic, to at least minimum of secondary education. Now, if you are my 2.0 now, so when to me and develop your future workforce, you cannot grow. And when educational reform you buy, a year free SHS, yes, the a big can who say, almost with your school fees, no. Ama saying na name no se want me and sisi asuku adan a na waji nipa no mo e be gumu no e bedru ba bi no na e che nipa no grompa school kura onya classroom ntra onya ba bi ndidi eno tinti in addition to free you see school infrastructure
no say investi wo
ya say investi wo enti se wo hwa education sector reform, industrial sector reform, education sector reform. Investment. Every woman na make sure amount of money. Na I say you invest into these reform programs to help the economy to grow to a point where here say and now we say me kwa kwaje busia wa IMF. And when I make come once, and what in about financial sector, say you can win nothing you need, said a vibrant, robust financial sector. Private sector, no, it's only a map or mind be a cononym. If I know me, I could busia. Eddie, I pay ya or Juma, Eddie, tax, Obi, Edna, a Juma ya. Anna. A buying so etimi enya revenue through taxes. If your private sector is not growing, how can you raise revenue through taxes? And unti financial sector reform, say
Omanfm
cleaning banks if you say do baby no, the banks were actually in such difficulty say bebre akwaje liquidity support from central banker. If you say normal kosuye, Anunti, the government invested over 21 billion Ghana cedis in financial sector reform. Anna Oka say recapitalizing the banks. And if you sika, akoshe agric mu, akoshe industry mu, akoshe education mu, akoshe financial sector mu. Eba energy. Yenim yabeto dumso na dumso no na the challenges were two na your transmission infrastructure no a collapse basically a hodie but enye adwuma enti say wo na unit triple na say wo transmission infrastructure no maybe our generate but transmission is a problem. And now about distribution so through ECG so there will be a friend commercial losses. Internet just say energy sector nankasa a problem. To the credit of NDC, I which buy into the energy sector. Omo try some sign the power purchase agreements to increase the revenue the energy supply. To their credit. Now, one will say, in spite of energy supply increase, there was not still doing so. it was coming from our transmission and distribution challenges. And you see a buy, you see investing in transmission and distribution infrastructure. Now, there's some command here even more dangerous. And say, now, generation energy supply no more increasing. Power purchase agreements or agreements almost saying na impose burden be or yeswa. Sa take or pay no. So when you're in the power plant no ba. Now say ubeji electricity flow 1 Geo ubetiano capacity charges. And nunti over $7 billion in payment charges no kwa. They say just because 1 year per either so we try agreement you know so the judgment debt ba and also be kwame enti what amount of money ya spending you go to spending
Omanfm
energy sector reformer, and we know it's a major problem. I was about 4 or 5 sectors. I could go on and on. Genti a me cheche mo say sa no me nyina se this kind of anamegwa
this kind of
ye buy we call IMF scan so no you be a balance of payment support enti ubetimi agisa sika no e dey stabilize our economy, macroeconomy, but you cannot use IMF money to grow the sectors of your economy. Enti say who per se sa transformation you are making I know na emma won san ko IMF na, then you have to borrow to finance all these. But the remarkable thing is that within a matter of almost 18 months, power from 2017, we were able to exit from the IMF program creditably with our chest out. I just said, you're marking, excellent. Well, conditionalities, you're fulfill, excellent. Ama, IMF worker say, my idea, my poem, and move me, I then exit from a. And it's a washer. Not just say, whilst we were doing commitments on the IMF, na say yes a borrow to finance sa reform and the transformation program making. And when she said no obi ba baby say ana debt higher than the time NDC equina. Na so church anymore what the money has been used for. But the proof say economy no has benefited from the transformation, And he said, within 1 year of coming into office, 2017, the bar office, now NDC, the growth of the economy, now it was growing only at 3.4%. You call IMF program, no, my family say 2015, April. Now, we were growing at 3.4% by 2016, end of 2016. Within a matter of 1 year, we were able to move Ghana's growth from 3%, 3.4% to 8.1%. So it cannot happen by chance. And I'm well, we were under tight conditions under IMF. But what me within a matter of 1 year, what may move the growth of the economy to 8.4. So there must be something positive now here. Because say we would even have had to extend the IMF program.
Yeah.
Between 2017 and 2019, the average growth of the economy was 7%. One of the highest in the world.
Omanfm
Acquiring IMF program with all the conditionalities. na watimi aye nhihye odi anhye gu akwemu ama say watimi achieve a consistent growth over 7% up to the end of 2019. It means that it was an economy moving forward. Unlike NDC time now it was a declining economy. So the figures are there. So nunti no de call because the economy was declining. And nunti no de call. If it was growing, I said there would not have been any. And be so more. Yetimi started move economy on the path of growth up to the end of 20. Now it was not just the growth. Inflation, 2017, you start here. The NDC for Jaya, it was about 15%. The American from 2017, measures here take year by 2019, now inflation was single digit 7%, 7 point something percent. Over debt to GDP ratio, all the ratios are a church economy no esikwampaso no ni ateke within a matter of 2 years 2017 2019 asem na make yo. So it could not happen say I just say nothing positive was happening. Enti obebebi say enti after that na year then, because this is an economy that is moving forward.
And on the next question,
yeah.
Member Basso. Uti boiling point of man 107.1 FM, Ash FM, Okumasini affiliate stations. And then mutie a free we are self-and through affiliate stations that are Alan Kyeremanteng, a trade and industry minister, or MPP government team, and then a Christian Como and Ghana. You see the nature IMF. Ghana for per se say you won't say misa. You were and some way akumaso and some ewo yadjes. Na a pesi who say enyambiano said ye binum kana. Ebia yenyina ya bro pepepe MPP ni NDC. The more can IMF name ya kohodia ene na munyina monsano adwuma eyepe na die na kire se yensa enkohobi. Enti pacho program here interactive ubetime de wasemisa ana wadwenkyere aba through email wofa kk@gmail.com wofa kk@gmail.com ensa kan ye bekenkan na ye de ama enti ye ne orala nkyerematen etwa ankomano so and it is that na me now
enti na me kasi asem say enye the same thing. At the time that the NDC went to IMF, it was a declining economy.
Okay.
All the indicators were pointing in the wrong direction. And nothing on the call IMF. Were able to exit from the IMF with flying colors within a matter of 18 months. In addition to that, yetimi share transformation programs na master HHO at the same time. And no na a generative results here with the HHO. So Ghana was on the move.
Enti say yeah, but specifically at the okay agriculture, banking, industry and no
education.
Yeah, what tangible adanse be a bit me free mo aba amka sampa oh enye sika na mo di she mu kwa na mum emfaso by just truly the economy was being transformed. And I said dear makeka nyina adanse die bi e wo kwa
adanse die no obvious. Yemfa industry. For the first time in the history of our country, yes, state enterprises, because state enterprises are buying and shisha factories. And you say, and we are coming come out of the Anyajuma. Where they are buying, say, I will create the conditions for the private sector to thrive. And from 2017, I announced a program up to now, the can say almost 296, almost 300, 296 1D1F projects at various stages of implementation. So how can you not appreciate
investment
the difference.
Okay.
But that's what you are saying. How can you not appreciate the difference? So it's out of 296, about 107 are currently in operation.
Almost started.
Almost just say these are some say you call around your commission them. And about 144 under construction. And a pipeline.
And no specifically a more ben ya more the boa because no ya buy investment.
Yes. So you will say factory adwuma de e say okra equipment e say raw material e say ofa nipa nyina ebusia asem ya di well ye businessman kra na wo sika kra e say ukoko busia na Ghana na say main problem wo no any the cost of credit na say interest rates no e so high say it is a disincentive for people person call into manufacturing. On person ko invest. If say wo koje busia na wo interest rate na say wo ye adwuma ma bank no. Enti ye hu say ye pese ye boa e man fidi dwuma ko nanim dia. Ye di kan say ye de boa business people no. And it's interest rate na ye de ma no. Ye be subsidize it.
Okay.
Enunti say we are 1D1F company. Say obi tua 20 something percent. We tua 10%.
10%.
10%.
Na ba ye tua de aka.
Na aba ye tua de aka na ka. Enu echi so equipment a wo de beba for factory no. Raw materials a wo de beba nyina. No import duty, no VAT, no levy. Nyina no e free.
Sana mo ye ma o mu nyina.
Sana ye mo. That is the incentives are the demand one district one factory companies. And what changes no 5-year tax holiday. Now say we share adwuma na sia. And I'm saying ya ban ye pese wo ma adwuma ni tintim no ntino. 5-year tax holiday. Say within first 5 years.
Or the
achom for 5 years. After 5 years they know what page change say you can. And just say a kwan bia obefa so obetumi aboa ama company no. What me apejano. That is what ye man. A drew baby so na say kwan a corner factory ho no. Na say nye. And no see any district assembly for no so a kaboom said the bear betimi se base omo ye omo infrastructure for the district and so betimi aboam Ministry of Roads so etimi ye bi boam electricity ebi ohia transformer and no so no ka bia enka omo said ye Ministry of Energy na ya boa ya pet transformer amom nsuo ni ho a na che say DSA etimi ye boa company dia no na aban eye. And these are tangible benefits.
Yeah, this will because of 1D1F no crana na say mon yemen enya mo dia e credit dia
say adia no enya enka 300 almost 300 ashase e bi awie over 107 say the nature of the program and attract interest no. So Osha from independence, there's never been a time I had to say if the Juma are so attractive to the private sector. Ninya every program here buy. Once a way 1D1F. And at the end so say decentralized. Yeah, they quote uncrossing yes temane kumasin. We are spreading industries throughout the country. And you won't say by the time I buy a pecosono. A bedroom baby now say the industrial development of our country is not only centered in in Tema and as a capital cities, but it's spread throughout China, India, the United States. They are Kenya. This is how industrialization is pursued, and that's for that. Agriculture, the evidence is there. Say yetimi apeja production
Omanfm
cereals, any different commodities now 5 normal select here.
Yeah.
On the production so a cost
ammonia,
yes. We share the financial sector now reform. Make reforms. Financial sector no so The banks are stronger. Our balance sheets are, much stronger now. And now we share free SHS. The matter speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And
free vocational and
say say
technical.
TVET so yeah the ababeka. And over not just say sa reform programs here and no any sa improvement in the economy. The Obeka said then what is the difference? The difference is that in 2019 end echo is it 2020 COVID struck. And to COVID no buy and ya Ghana so we share the negative impact across the world. It was so serious, so devastating. Say everything started crumbling, not only in Ghana, but around the whole world. And no, the evidence is there. And when so we share 2019, 2020. Now, the growth of the economy, average of 7%. And so here by 0.5%. From average of 7% to 0.5%. This is different from NDC time now. According to say, there was no major catastrophe. More economy started to say decline on what they call IMF. That's the difference. Factors beyond the control of the government. External factors. COVID in the start here. NDC, it was not an issue of a natural disaster. And now say an external disaster be. And a comma or more economy started declining or what they call IMF. And the difference is clear. And even after that to cry, COVID day cry, immediately because the economy was so strong, it was able to withstand some of the shocks associated with COVID. So it's a COVID by apart from your transformation you're making, you're spending on it. COVID now come by, the resources that you're spending on COVID. The whole of Africa, it was different. And they say, now it's a COVID expenditure, over $13 billion US. COVID, yes. So from different angles. And to what to say, apart from resources, now you're useful for transformation I'm making. COVID did the end of the not says Busia Bomuan as all yet to finance it. And I also the free water, electricity. A BNC baby, what is America? Free water and free electricity. Even in the matured economies, yes, sir. Also, we were able to send our children back to school earlier than even the United States because we were prepared to spend on getting the children back to school. Saying high expenditure, because we wanted to protect the lives of our people. Once you started, your friends, PPEs, protective equipment, nose masks, so they are buying investment. It was free. We're distributing protective equipment, sanitizers, beginning free. And even after COVID, with all the expenditure after COVID, the economy initially above down to bear 0.5% from 7%.
But 20, a lot of economies grow negative.
Yeah, grow negative. But in 2021, the economy was growing at over 6%. Even with all the COVID, and with all the expenditure related to that, the economy grew over 6%. So if the economy had regained its strength so quickly, better than most countries in the world are, then it means to say, at the time when COVID struck, now we had built a strong, resilient economy, which is different from the NDC time they call. Now it is a figures now. The time normal started say aging in 7 was when the Russia-Ukraine war also came up. Nature said, combining the Ukraine war with COVID now, then obviously the whole world, and was seriously affected. And to figures now, it was only after that, that's the combined effect of COVID and Ukraine war, Anna, the figures here make a start to say a change. And she said, no, obi ba no opesio compare IMF during NDC time. And it say, yes, compare more free IMF. Now it means the difference is very obvious. In the end, it had nothing to do with the mismanagement of the economy. So I say, a natural external factors occasioned by both COVID and Anna Koma Akoba say, sa imbalance no aba enunti say you call IMF for support. This is completely different from NDCN. But your internal factors within their own control, where your external factors outside our control. And I'm not sure where we were before COVID struck, and then why we have had to go to IMF. And what you say, ye call IMF, ako J supporter, and idea say a matter of debate, because number one, we are entitled to it anyway. It's our entitlement. Number two, problems now circumstances outside the control of the government. Anna say a day akoma abase say you could seek support from IMF. Now the same way now, you better IMF program under NDC we exited with our chest out. Now COVID, any Ukraine, boom to take us back to COVID. The same way, we work ourselves out of COVID. Because they say, you are building a strong foundation for the economy. They say, no man be susa transformation and make say it take time. And sana, when would the impact?
Okay.
Within a matter of 2 years, na say no man the benefits of it, are materializing. Already materializing even from the first year. That's why the child will say figures in growth figures in start to say show. So and you would even see more impressive growth. After because IMF, I mean church maybe an opposite also ubemwa. IMF no the support normally my a temporary support relief for balance of payment. Just I say
more the extended credit facility.
Extended credit facility. Well, NDC net was extended credit facility. It is not going to be on the same terms. So I feel you could negotiate it. But the do call and no package na you so dem you need that
the circumstances are not the same.
The circumstances are not the same. So and they say here no just liquidity support. One will say data, particularly external data. Say service debt in foreign currency. And if you borrow external, you must service the debt in foreign currency. Until normally, there are two ways you service your debt. From revenue base, and from reserves from the central bank. And in this particular case, And now, sir, development here be Central Bank, it put a lot of pressure on the central bank because we say our currency has been affected by Ukraine any COVID prices ekosro. It has nothing to do with economic policies in Ghana. Inflation ekosro induced by two conditions. And say the central bank omo reserves are it's a set woman no edi service ye debt no said the beya pressure embassy too much no na bedru baby na bia untumi and service o debt no na e say wokọ ekoje a temporary relief there e betimi a supplement the central bank woman reserves are e betimi more service ye debt no because so far no we have not defaulted in our debt service payment. But a precautionary a year a see a checky. Said the bear, Nam said, Norma, I into this equilibrium no, because of COVID in Ukraine. We have additional liquidity. I know now free IMF. Said the bear, obey your debt service payments on track. Because as you say, be a default and you intermediate, no. But a precautionary measure say, whilst we are going through this challenge, that you have enough reserves with the central bank to do two things: to service your debt, and our face critical imports, crude oil, pharmaceutical products. Normal here see import to ban. Now it's a central bank so enough money wait with that cover. One will say, Kabebia, Senka, if our situation is as serious as other countries now, can you say in case a line? I say
Etonium.
Say one with the major. But they say no, because of IMF program now, you're connecting. We will be able to get additional support to ensure say you need that problem. Whilst we continue with our transformational program, because in the long run, the say we'll put in place the conditions that will not make it but that foundation back to IMF. That's what we have built from 2017. Safa pem na ya toa yegusu toa COVID ne ayibai. And we are confident to say with the work that we have done, say it means our support na yetimi service here debt na your import so ba. Then you bet me akoso with our transformation program, which is the only way you can avoid going back to the IMF. Number two, IMF as well. You'll be a friend signaling effect. One will say a car would no say American investors.
And the members and the Ghana more in mind.
Yes.
More a more no.
Yeah.
Munim de amoko akoye.
Ye nim de akwa.
Munim sika do amoko hwehwe.
Eno de ye kwa ye calculation kakra. Say to fill the gap no. Say what you say. To fill the gap I akoba because of normal Ukraine conflict in the enti eno ana ye kwa eno amuko negotiate say you hear X amount for liquidity support and a balance of payment support. But the name person be kaka hono very important. They say the moment you go to IMF, now investors are under normal circumstances, one more by withdraw or more investment because say who withdraw, investors withdraw or more investment. Then it means you have to pay them. Sika nanke bia ka obetua in 15 years no. Osibia o mejenene. Okaso ojenena na say dollars na awo no. And our friends exchange awo no. Na nyina call out o. Say start say call out pay na say cedi no a depreciate because adia nanka so trian over 15 years no and then okase wo jepa na say you need more forex to pay womo sabi ekuta wo instruments no ekuta wo bonds no and yes na then you put pressure on the cedi. Now the moment you put pressure on the cedi no no na ama cost of normal air cost because on say usika no na ho odin so tia na say you have to pay more say we import normal say no say etimi ebo modern say ye ne IMF for agree apart from sika mo de be mayen the friend balance of payment support and liquidity support it also sends a strong signal to investors no say with the backing of the IMF no anytime when we hear music be almost abeka and you some be rush now so be rush it your friend restoring investor confidence because when him says IMF abemu idea say first na e bia covid ni ade enu say ahokyere beba ntimi kwaji misika ansa na e bia ade na ozen ye be siesi no say no IMF bemu pa e ma credibility e ma I say the necessary strength to convince investors. Omo de domu ya ni say omu say at the appropriate time no a car odi mu betua there will be no default. IMF bemu pe na say wo that back no. Say one dem e and enu so na say be put to less pressure on the cedi no because foreign exchange no will not be going out.
Okay. Enti Roland Kyeremanteng we are training.
And can make back answer so. The third one so say the moment obeko IMF na IMF for be agree because you obi an okọ IMF open so just say if you won hihye ni ba bia woduro no na ya ma wo package and na say ya pene so cross e be ma bosia no but the third one I can ho say the moment obenya IMF I say sign off no be pene so amount no pen other friendly countries I say amamaya almost so support Ghana your development almost so etimi edisika additional IMF sika no kra they bring in additional funding to support our transformation program now because we say
some the base investment
as additional funding
okay
because na IMF sika no kwa na be solve way no sa the credibility now ubenya no by going to IMF no and no other countries so etimi esa back together eka say there be you say Ghana you were doing well covid by na normal start echo from kakra but IMF so mbeso wasene so mbeso wasene there then we know say your economy will bounce back if your economy will bounce back there then yes so no ye pese ye di esika sa ebehim na eboa wo say the be ya ubetimi with development projects ubetimi bi aboa enti first going to IMF no number one you get liquidity support and a balance of payment support say the be ya ubetimi end default with your debt service number two we investors no so it restores confidence say the be ya they will not rush say ye be gi esika and no stabilize your currency no. Number three, so your friend catalytic effect. Other countries, so say we na so Ghana so no come together to provide additional. I want to see can chain. IMF there no.
Okay.
IMF there is just I say temporary relief, a draw other financiers to come to that. Last one also no. It means he say no, you can go back to the international capital markets. So you can go back because they say no, international capital market say with the IMF support and with the support from other development partners, you can now take money from the international market and still be able to service the debt.
Okay. Why my emphasis na say call IMF a betimi de aba. Uti bowling point on 107.1 Omanfm Kyeremanteng Martin, a trade and industry minister. I said Mami Musau we trade minister ade ba kwa na afi ne mre kakra ha dwadifo sidia a depreciate sa ntimi nyina na so IMF a ye koi betumi aboa ama sede sidi no fall no ano ajojo
the edikan say answer me the man just before baby say question no say me ka say onya ko IMF a restore investor confidence obi a nanka eje say oto ye can eurobond or normal I say securities na ye issue ye na ye dinya be 2 billion 3 billion every year no say economy minister to say kofompe the tendency ni say obi a preso be yin sika say what you say now say omu sika now say you need more dollars to pay say investors when the time is not due. So what you say
indicate so more
so more copper now say put pressure on your city because you need more foreign exchange. I know na ema will city no depreciating. So I am of them na ultimate service or debt only problem. Investors so you restore their confidence in your economy. They are not in a rush to take their money back. Now you say you are gradually stabilizing your city and bringing it back because you come back to the original situation. I say there's no rush from investors. So and at three no so there's now additional space. So ubetimi go back to the capital market, because you say why restore confidence, and they say no betimi go back to the capital market, akoji 2 billion ebi ana wunyan said no nyan first but anje kura ubetimi anya bi because Canada we are saying there's no problem with Canada bi wo until when there is restored confidence in your economy, then the investors will start putting money back in your economy. And when they start putting money back in your economy, now it's just the inflow of foreign exchange, dollars, and I say whatever. Once the inflow increases, and then it stabilizes local currency. Until now, you say it's our problem. Now, can you say with all this, COVID, particularly Ukraine war, on say energy prices shot up, and the energy prices no shoot up. It means you need more money, more forex to buy
the same quantity.
A simple arithmetic. You need more money, to buy crude, and food prices so wheat, grain, any idea. And also, of course, you need more. But the moment you start getting investors to reinvest resources in your economy, because IMF backing it, now acquired to say you now improve your reserve position. So that yes, we were defaulting. You call IMF as a relief measure. Said the Bayer. Yen yusu your reserves ni nyina emanon kotosin kra ansana asema koba enti we no ye kwa ni am making sure say ye benya inflow from the IMF e betumi ama international reserves no akosro to back your currency no so enti eno no ncheche mu no
Give me Musao. It means say IMF will be an conditionalities.
Yeah.
You say, because why is a watcher and a waba. Indeed, you say, your best shamran so mawa, a bema, what discipline. And now be answering him, say, MBP abands more year, the Becans social intervention program, most in Crofoko school free, Mutia leap, Mutia nursing training,
school feeding.
School feeding, more investing in health sector. Notion on forward. Nyan's IMF the Okoa, Omama when ye near free subsidy near the Timoko. No almost say fine. No free senior high school. Mumu be am to about school fees. Munye we, mo kono kasa na mo yende.
The tiani say, yan kasano, bidikaka bibi say, you were a program of transformation. Na COVID in by from 2017, Yasha said that. Say, and we na me catch or education here, and I will be a friend. Post-COVID recovery program, case Obatampa program. Say no so ye additional program the other transformation no man make now. And between your transformation program any case program na ye post-COVID program no ye dia aka ho nyina no. And no even with IMF no we will still continue to support our programs. Ebia enye to say the first na etieno. But we will still continue to support that program. And no IMF no sikana omode ba no. Say me kan no. And no eye for central bank said the be your reserves no be improve na ye di a service your debt ni sa no man make no. But conditionalities are ana eye IMF conditionalities no. Idea be a conditionalities to restore macroeconomic stability. Me chechi mu kakra. Enti I say eno sa no na say will control your expenditure. So what you say? And after so no say we improve revenue mobilization. Enti ombe ma certain benchmarks bi na say beka no say bia target bi. Say ubo modern na umiti sa target no. Na target bi one kasano as a nation, if you are serious about economic development, I'm a financial cultural. I say, why would me impose our targets? Now, fortunately for us, impose our targets on ourselves already. One say, you will be a friend, Fiscal Responsibility Act. You buy and who say, a quiet fast so a ma NDC, a call IMF. Support. You say making sure say if we want to avoid going to the IMF there, then a budget see a match expenditure with revenue.
Say be ni scanum rosso.
You need scanum rosso. And then Kopasu say, after you are who need enough money to finance your expenditure. Now who needs to finance your expenditure, then you have to go and borrow. And I say Afibiano, initial ye go beyond 5% of our GDP. Say the deficit a babano between your revenue and expenditure. Initial go beyond 5% of our GDP.
Yeah.
And no, conditionality be impose on ourselves already.
Okay.
Law. A Fiscal Responsibility Act. Until whether IMF or no IMF, impose that restriction on ourselves already. And impose other restrictions are normally uko IMF impose any conditionalities. So conditionalities needed. That is why the economy was growing so fast. You better control your debt. You control you improve our revenue. And the you negotiate, yes, what we call an enhanced domestic program.
Yeah.
Meaning that apart from conditionalities imposed on ourselves, even before yes, I make sure say you be making the right decisions on to control our expenditure and also improve our revenue mobilization. IMF conditionalities, and Kofu say ebeba no already no yankasa no na ya impose some of those restrictions on ourselves. So, for example, a drew baby no na ya restrict recruitment into the public sector. Ubeka say and IMF conditionality, but already no the government has taken a decision. Say we cannot bloat public sector employment. And tin ye di bibia ye frɛ no you start program naba no. Say nkwada we school yi. The solution to finding employment for them is not say ye ba be increase public sector employment, but rather no you are starting new program to help individuals to become self-employed or employed by the private sector. And only you start program. Into one say already no, your program restricted the increase in public sector employment. And yes, World Bank for because put a freeze on your
already the more pin the private sector no, and I'm on microphone crying
to be able to absorb the employment now. Into public. You impose that on ourselves already. And the new program, yes, develop post-COVID. It has many of these conditionalities. Yanka say impose on ourselves. Said we would maintain physical discipline. The physical discipline. Once you maintain physical discipline, then the likelihood to say ube here further IMF support is reduced. Once you maintain fiscal discipline, then we say you are good to go.
I see. Where there's any now munim samba kwa IMF na mo ye sa and she say edemu. Of course, minim said the answer is no. Then na as a one or care to Musa mo bakwana. Binum say na kasamo koyache. Nancy come we have the men. We have the men.
There been an economy that was growing at 8% in the first year, over 8% in the first year. Subsequent to that, 2018, 2019, average of 7% a day. So I say inflation, yes, 7%. So Kai say in May 2021, May 2021, inflation was 7.5%. Say May 2022, 27%. So something must tell you, say, it cannot be, say, I just say, mismanagement. The impact of Sanoma Mikai, we share the timing of both the COVID and then the Ukraine. You can see where the impact is coming from. So I will say, when you see figures now we make a general statement about, say, there's no doubt to say I want to say but largely driven caused by two normal events now, as both COVID and then the Ukraine conflict. And no Anna Akoma say no say you hear additional support from the IMF. Enti obi ntimi ka so ni enim se ebeko IMF. Ye de yaba yakoto say ye IMF. And you see we want to be able to exit from the IMF. Now in order not to go back, and yet this our transformation agenda ego. Enti the transformation agenda no was our security against going back to the enti na enye say ya adwene say ye beko IMF. When external conditions, our friend force majeure, you had no control. We had no control in Ghana over COVID. We had no control over the Ukraine conflict. And yet the result of negative economic performance. Such a much an economy that is growing 8.4%, and then after that average of 7%. Demonstrates clearly strong economic performance. It is if by May 2021, even post-COVID, May 2021, inflation 7%. So what I say, you are growing at you are growing at 6.4%. Now say May 2022, inflation quite. So you must know say a bibi na trigger no. It is very clear.
As you other countries,
It is very clear.
UK
Yes.
inflation.
Yes,
US inflation.
yes.
But now, NDC for also kasa o. Mo kra no COVID no mo fa ho nya sika bebre, mo fa ho nya external support bebre. Enti no, ma mo nka COVID there. Also aka say COVID mo no mo bo ka be $13 billion. By the names of course there, mo nya nyina mpo ye be $1 billion from IMF. Nti o mo kasa no, de nche mo na.
Oh, say and America say support from for COVID in there. Ejina wo shishaya wo pese wo de egu akwam to save the lives of your people and also to continue your economy running. So enti say wunya support from maybe external sources. Na wo no ankasa no so sabi obobosi aka ho to guarantee the lives of your people and also to keep the economy running. No. How do you compare that to an economy in decline? Say what I say. And no a coba say na I say your koji extended credit facility. The two are very different. I say we share the figures before COVID, no, and then the figures after COVID, no, and then the bachelor whether it was COVID and Ukraine conflict in a trigger, no, or something else. Until I remember this comparison.
Yeah.
2021, even after COVID, inflation was 7.5. The growth recorded 2021 December was 5.4%. So how can this be say the same as NDC period? It can't be the same.
Okay.
So
Boiling point 2 through Oman 107.1 FM, Ash FM near affiliate stations in mails now bano doors in hundreds. But binum so the questions about specific now for IMF.
oh, are they?
But BBT is a Commander Sugar Factory there. Ghana for MPP so mobile more can want some Commander Sugar Factory NDC, but Oman who some wet me be and answer more to me yamana most more can we na more dana where they specific to where you be in but my musa because questions be braba.
Yo, me call Parliament last week.
Okay.
I could answer question on Commander Sugar Factory. I'm a Michi mu say the Commander Sugar Factory no. A by an revival. The Commander Sugar Factory say a 98% make the complete I say refurbishment and then revamping the operation. 98% complete. Hopefully by the end of July, no, we'll be producing sugar from that time. You better test run before the end of July. Anything say obi about that. No abisani say time one you take it over. No? Was the factory a new factory in Pua? Now it had been built. Was it operational or not? New factory. NDC Fona Kasanumpo tried to get strategic investors to buy into Commander. At times it failed because Obi say the value na one more put on the factory no. Any a new factory no and no match.
No, must say no so my bon can say.
Oh, so loan of 35 plus million US dollars. All the baits are no more the year no. A beer ni wa na a year over 50 million. Make us say omo first no. Omo first no. Na a year omo say a bid process inti you bet me a triaka. What the bid in manual? I feel on my was it at the end of wedding. Made me a tria 12 million, made me a tria 15 million.
Oh,
but
factory now buys who invested 35 million.
Yes, yeah.
Obiabano Bessisia.
Obiabano Bessisia, it didn't go beyond let's say $20 million. I no put there me ampuna I say enti say no is the subject of investigation by Yoko. If you say a buyer na NDC for kasa ya kasa o na ade is almost like a white elephant. Say on the meche no. If you say ade no you see a commission enso you betu enye adwuma. Enti Yoko for investigation omo ye no. Omo putu the value forensic audit. Forensic auditor Yoko for ma ye no. It put the value around about $16 million. So what I say, which is consistent with Oman investors no more person invest in a union around the same amount. No be about was it with 30 say, but said American is subject to Yoko investigation now. But the end of the year is as a responsible government, if you say the people of Commander, Anna Omu here, and I say, see a big jai ama factory no, any juma said ye better no dear. A quan be a befasu biano, ye bet ye na factory na juma. And yet, ye buy no pay NDC program now we strategic investor. No. We went back to the strategic investor. Say, yeah, dear, say, one of what we near to us. Almost say the amount of over
$35 million.
Overestimated. Yeah, we went straight to the Yankasi Kofani investor. One more again, you see, Mumbai take you over because Mustati process, yes, someone my winning. They said they were not prepared to pay that amount of money because the value of in Rusa. And no na my coba say in Rusa idea. None still I ain't try say you benya other investors. Omo mobile in Obia calculation about 12 million, 15 million, 12 million, 15 million. And no thing that come about say ade yan forensic audit to establish the real truth on this. And no and no about 16 million. And obviously as idea now say investigation. And the omotitu you train you say you punish the people of Commander. Say a private company, a woman says owned by government, a private company. It's your government, a private company, board, any management, say, Oman pay a new management team. Now, Oman Peja factory, say the bay a juma. And no, and a bit me, I say, away. A chila somebody said, yeah,
additional investment.
98% complete, additional repairs, maintenance. Additional investment, just equipment you demand 37 components are necessary a bar for the factory to work. You were all not supplied at the time. Yeah, take you over. Our 37 different. You know report.
Is it say more than in Abishim?
And I think to say by the end of July
now count now. You see, no money source of raw material across the feed. They say new just a new management. Almost Guinness idea.
I say no. There's a plan. We finalize a board and they say ministry by the board. The actual board and almost acquire 20,000 acres. I'm going to be new plantation.
I be feed the factory.
I be feed the factory.
And
no, I say, ye na epijana ye juma. Then, be other investors will become now convinced and then carry on with it. Okay. But for now, no, the board and the management now.
And now, no more and foreign investor be amana.
Yeah, try ye buy a miami co cabinet approve ba kubi ye call parliament ye ne na ka bibia awie a ye eduru no o se ade amadwene ho sika no value no pa ade o ka so betimi aye ya enye obia every bia the same thing no mo ka anti ana wote se ndisi fo no keka nsem bia de meka ne se we de yan ma ye na nya adwuma na ekọ na se investigation wo ho na ye hwehwe mu a ye betimi ahu how say ade no you see I borrow 35 and so immediately after that no afi we aba o say at the end worth 15-16 million US dollars ye dey yan say at the end we start here adwuma.
Okay, Rala yan samra o ayi so ye dey IMF we dey me de babe famu keke edi areshimu anho ba na obetimi de amagana for MPP achitafo bibra o helms na mo se mo ye nkwa IMF ede ne yakọ na yakọ de MPP ne NDC ye pe na ye be de ne afrim safo no de be na be ka kirom ye wi a e bia say ye okay with you so be wo asemi se IMF
oh yes any problem
be ma ho kwa mo so afre na omo ebisa asem efa IMF
de di kan titu yekuma no de me pese ma omo etiase ni se aban yengu yenim ase in the first place adwuma ye baaye a ye beye ye beto IMF program yan pupu yeti ye to aso ema yetimi ewie nhihye ni nyina ye di free mu a ye mayen excellent pass mark a yetimi di free mu enu akire no ye san de nhihye egu akwan mu a ebi me kan wansem free SHS one factory planting for food and jobs normal ye kan ho asem nyina no ye de san nhihye no gu akwan mu a ehyasie ma Ghana fo adwuma MPP for abeya you go say infrastructure dey kra man kan ho asem o me kan reform na me kan no one say apart from roads railways so ya hyase from Tema to Mpakadan ye chese no man no dudu na se me ka se ye ka ye hia full program on South transformation agenda
and the best I can say okay questions be
interchanges here ye kan ni ade nyina nyina se ye time ni ya be sa no me nyina enti me ma ye koma na tia se the normal one thing I saw me proud of ni say ye buy no in spite of the fact that no dey akọ IMF no yetimi ehihye ye no ma ye am ye free IMF program no we did that in a very I would say it did it in an excellent way but at the same time yeah IMF program no adwuma no ye de san hihye nyina esugu akwam obi aye aware of and also so I say they should be proud of it Anna
and one can be investment in the road sector so
and make investment in the road sector because you can ade be chen say on the meche on say sa no ma ye nyina na ma the economy started bouncing back yetimi 2017 obi awakwa IMF first year you moved the economy from 3% growth to 8% growth 3.4% to over 8% growth 1 year turn around so you should be proud of it and we 7% growth and it's a inflation adagina etiba from 15% to 7.5%. So you should be proud of that record. It is a Koba say at the end of 2019, now when you saw impressive growth, Ghana was considered as the most attractive investment destination in the whole of West Africa and second in Africa. AFCFTA Kenya because of our record, and Africa agree say Ghana should become the new commercial capital. So we should be proud of it. So what I say, no ana koma yenya din ebio. Everybody has been talking about Ghana. Enti se ekoba say COVID aba ama the whole world, including the rich countries, crown. Emma Ghana has been mentioned as one of the countries in the world that they were able to deal with COVID in a commendable way. Ubia Kamwasem. Our people should be proud of that. I know a commando bar said even after COVID, countries need be negative growth, a be 0% growth, a be 0.11. Young after COVID, end of 2021, the economy was growing at 5.4%. After COVID, the economy was growing at 5.4%. So we should be proud. Say, Adiano, we did very well. COVID came, it affected everybody. Even after that, we recovered faster than most countries in the world. And I make sure, say, by May 2021, it was 2022, by May 2021, even after COVID, we were growing, inflation was 7.5%. It is if all of a sudden, inflation grew 27%, will debt to GDP a COSRA, then you must end up with depreciation of the cedi a COSRA. I say, it must be for factors beyond your control. I know the effect of the Ukraine war, because wheat in between Russia and then Ukraine, they control 30% of all exports of wheat. The price of wheat escalated over 70%. Teacher, if you have inflation dramatically going up, how can you say we koba? Mama obi and convince you say party no. Tina mema evidence of where we started from. Baby, COVID came, Ukraine conflict by so I say. And say na ye can. Media the say, and I'm also making this appeal to all Ghanaians, including Union NDC. We should not politicize this to the extent to say, Koma akoye adiebia ebeske even investors. Say one of the say what is going on here? A country that has performed so well after COVID, Ukraine war, 100 countries are members of Ubia accord to IMF. How does it happen? Say this becomes a matter of we should not take it. Say we are bibini ekoye and akoma adiana external factors no ana created, but anumpo said America no back to the IMF no and we are going to negotiate a nice package a bit me ama investors
Omanfm
and still confidence in our economy. Now, so a bit me and liquidity support to ensure say a bit me a service debt ni bibia so that we can continue with our transformation agenda.
Yeah, okay, me say mumu bi mo be what questions na de pa chaw ye ka IMF kono ene asembisa abia opeso bisa asembisa ho asem so so frɛ na nye IMF na ye bibi fufuro bia trust me you afrɛ afidie no so ensɛm a ɛhyɛ mumu ensɛm a harmony ado no ɛno ho asɛm ɛna yɛ kampa cha obetimi afrɛ ye 0245 63 8748 ɛna metimi biem 0245 638748 ɛna 020834695 maybe baba me unim say I'm sure say by next week na move back to a main studio we makeshift but apitampi under any conditions we can deliver. Omanfm the same grovo pebre ebesunsia eniema edi efree ho enti enya na sa na yanko. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho din baby afrefri na do asem bisaba.
Pacho me frame na me kasefi nima. Pacho IMF aban am say answer ona am who say nya de boy. So ya communication bi ne ye mpeni funi bi on so komo church abi we mu. Ma ye hu say oh say netie ama NDC for no up to 2000 ni okoma ma omu pitu enfutugu Omanfm ni bebre nti mesere na awon ya tese e fine ehu bi enim nti ye so e mesere mo se mo so mo ba boa asem akofom na de NDC for 2000 ni okoma na ebi ye first e yikura omu entertainment kura mo ya ba bi se no mo ba ba ni ena efene na nya NDC ye mesere mo
yeah, that's it. And also one hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Pachaudin baby Afri na do asamama.
Yeah, of independent and the of a minute suggestion. Can I say conditionalities no? Your man Ghana proper and the carbon fashion. Lanka, Sika buying a subsidized the MP no, you can not MP salary no, Uba 20% and I say, you can take to cry because it's your man abroad. You can make a suggestion of the Mabino. Not Sika buying come the boy MPs no, you just add him. I am a fantasy income, not MPs no, pay no more, you know, and 2 million like Yentesumna 5,000 Ghana, not for Yentesumna anymore.
Yeah, that's it. And I hope so. Be answer MPBA ho enkoje emwa. Me pacha numbers ni 0245638748. Oasim bisabia. Efa IMF share no Fabra. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, over Keke.
Pacha yetio.
Pacha Ali Taliban kasai mikasa fi ablik mama ya bajo yi. Eda mwasi. Over Keke. Ya basre MPP paying for say bibi basea intempara na communicators any yenso a infra radio stations no at least esa mo boy na yen won brief here the way forward na so yen hwe hu kasa yeso ye kwa kawo radio yeso omo ben no because ade ba ye at least obi ahu a say muni IMF say be another difference what this way administration than the former president John Dramani Mahama, but no any information yem boy yan cash in tray yenso yen ni nimsa inte bestre MP for bipia onbomode na omfre na brief ya bibia ansana bibisi akoso matamano.
Yeah, that's it. But I think this time around, Oba appreciate he said, penimfo ankasa na atiasi mu a omu chirichiri mu nti ebedru communication fonso eso ade na fe ya na aba foforo enti mo ntie bude mo penimfo no ka mo mfa nye notes na mo mfa bi nso kasa na gisa omne mo be shianso no ma chirichiri mo akire mo. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Papa.
Bacha my ntio.
Bakwadna fe abanya bibia no se tra ko tumi boya brabo yetimi epifi enti be se no ebe chief ababeta ma oyem ye be se company phone to mu se de nemi ya na kan na ye so communicators no vokom na adwuma me ya che wo mo da ko 4 person ye na ye adwuma so abawo ba ni bia no mo ye mo communicators yete
eti yanamwa ubo mo sheda so pe ni esi na wa chichi machim ade wuya ntimu bibi ede ni acheche bibi kwasa eti sempe ni fono apo no se nyange to ni asa kwa na nya kwaye eti yana communicators so so bu mai me so yesu se LPP ko ne ka obi na chichi man ko no eni na banyam nfa be nyansa aso ni ba ko futin adentina na ye bu ndo wi fitete abayi by the way ye efu na fi NP nti aye
about Tremora ajay about Tremora. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Bacho odin na kan asem.
Bacho me dey Felix Bell. Me kasafre ahinko e wo yilo krobo.
Bacho kasa.
O fa me mamwaiko ni adwuma pa moye. Na minister nso ye manayiko se na o si cheche asem no. Ati ase pa. Na me question ni say ye beba 2017 na NDC for the yako IMF na ye wo mu dada. Na anesi for omo teacher training ni nesi training omo gufie omo ni adwuma ye na ye ntimi afa adwuma ye for ntimi question ni say ye ba ye no ye timi ye hu bibi ana e wo kama ye wo IMF ase no saa time no ye timi ye hu bibi ana ye timi fa adwuma ye for ana ni question no
that's it. Felix Bell and there was so a question Minister Beyuano. Hello, good evening.
Aja kwa jimekiwa anime ene opani pa obada crown na never set ne mani metana fika na mi sira wona ni papa anime na mi tie ya paransa de incoming general secretary na uni ni mi bi sane se topic na o kani na ya yade na mi sira no anya na o monitor mo monitor ife ni na maybe say semba ko but it say techima ibodom na you suppose to see tomato factory when we can show any more or young day anybody be won so factory to be wa kola fu let's say na enka oyi almost same page no agayen san ko sibi enka wo ana ile to so bi I am not Kenya NDC for so mo yelo aso wonya party bi o mo ye eno wonya eko but we can call it from Grovo. Me see, any COVID-19, any Russia here, and yet they can meet president and not trouble, or they require it that. Now, I'm going to class, and I did your over ABO, and you can see woman in the California. Now, you see the two and one battery. Young police state, may buy a mama financial school, and the fed of 1 million. Where do you put the medical for the year? And what the thing, I'm a you at why they at you. It's only your ideas is what we never say. Yeah, na mabo onu bewi na ya sen atwaso bi nti na mi bisa ye ni ura ye sro na context mi nchira ye communicate ye bre nti ndi o moyi nfu ni mo fu de wu na ni ko ni bi na communicate ni ya ke ya wo yi
yeah that's it communicators BBM say we a drop obusa mi so say President Kufosi factory bi tomato factory bi wo techiman side ho baby be a mention. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Bacho Udina Maoneso. My radio non conform. Why? Oh, and I free home. Maoneso Nakasa. Yes, it you.
Offer me Bacho. Me mama Jumo.
Ejoso.
Me Bacho me so me president come out for the Nakasa.
Bacho Maoneso Nakasa.
Offer me Bacho. Hello.
Hello, Bacho, it's you.
Bacho. Say, what friend you paying for the almost church and Mamma. The Bacho offer. Moment church and also my day. Nasenia a binomo a cano massa, a free running. Senya one namu to a year cano offer a yard. Nti nyama bi wo ho a na yen church na yen ti ase na nko down na wo bia enti ase e mayen na ase MPP bi na koto obonsam demokra yen hu bi da no ya reho nti ni pa chop ofa we de wa nkasa woni mpinifo no mundi hu dwuma enye president ni I Kasama former president for you, almost Kasama down, no beyond Tiasia, William Kakara Meka, Yaminimo and Yachuma.
Yeah, that's it. And then also against. Hello, good evening. Bacho, Mawasa Manko.
I'm back to Yamba Copa, doing Dr. Manson, the people exam. And you made a mintia and a mintia on Abuso, Alan, our boy, you mentioned Abuka Japan. Madam Catama for Cornos in Tiano for Manajo Modula. If you say, Papa, Abakan send a bray. Now I am a physician, I can't, or Yakwa in and man this way. Or more, a or more whom be the Okumodia say. Now, maybe I can better be say, Science and Chophony, your Mukumua, and throw, or modern throw air, and two who to Mugana for any. Some of it means you're more quarter, I am from quarter, because I like it, you know. After and it's for power. Then you have essentially about commander, so what we are hitting with Kumua. After not hitting about Kumpu, no time to see Omoyan again. Because they won't say and trophy will be a different group, because social bank of Kufa, my power of Menoka, over average Mojura Azuma, who abandon some which may be bread and elbow. And now say, yeah, then any will be and then turn that down, and by GM to Kumano. You won't see him, and yet. Honorable Cataba for Kunisana Juman, the present Nana Kufa, Nisana Jumayan or her. I can be a large review and I can mobile papa. In the process of 2024, I bear what to Ghana for the Honorable Cataba, who only be years or her. Yeah, that's it. Yes, I'm saying a unit 2024 Abano. Yeah, that's it. And then also I drink. Hello, good evening. Yes, Bacho. That's Bacho Mawasam. I'm in Chia Branch Edu, or one job enough. I'm in Chia Community Club First National, about Kidney for India, and the seminar on our Bacano. Of a year in Binumuke, Yamaya, and Trouble, and Yankasana, and Quetia. They get me Tagopodia. Because the PIA a good one, the good father, sandwich my 1 year. It's not more than rough. Let me make a corporate. Yeah, because I'm the good father, I am a folk, and it's on Gamani Mama, indecisive president. I'm a different room. But the next one, the Mays, if you are thinking now, we knew more, the pandemic, and the woman coming with that. The son of the yes, I think, Bacophobia is so and so, Kania, and the only question may be known. A person of my consideration, and so I can afford a human penny, the Musa, on your Magana for the best Magana for the Muna with one penny. You want never pound the roof, or Bacophobia now, Consomia, if you have one penny, and Bacophobia at the chamber, the airplane, and the tissue of power, the power. It's like Ghana for one penny. You want to name a pound the roof, but bring the corpus also. You can have a punch at my power.
That's it. And I also say, offer Edward Gencher by 0245 6387 638748. Hello, good evening. Pacho Dina Kawasam.
Ghana for what is MPP called I have almost any breach Abu Ghana. Mumpia a toa kakra, Nayan support to a mine no mining year. You never will be cost any 2 million. Kakra that's what was any 1 million, or no send 1 million. One will be a young efficiency acquirement for the any other teacher, your teacher for you say, teacher, you what left you 3 years, and my bow in your barber found. Oh, you live in a crab wapa here, and not what about the bro. Oh, Papa, Ghana for a you super Yasia. Just a young or beautiful baby to a Yamay. I didn't know you may open one piato. It is yes, Yacopo business. That can you baby. It won't use a to buy a support to a man. People want to know, yes, you're supposed to party. No, you're not here from a boot, Jamono. Then people are practicing crown pono and the 10 this year. Of only a minute.
Yeah, that's it. Also, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Wafa.
Bacho, ATO.
Yo, Wafa, from Evangelist Coffee, which you are opening oral lunch, Martin, and the one soon in Penifo in Onabokan, Japan. Now, it's you more in it, my in it, I'm a sankan on our Alacha Martin, who agent formation there, as the man. Now, my Kaka, person may kind of say, IMF na pen and penning for AC Konya Eka immediate WhatsApp. And Tigana for in Siabutre and Comodia never cost so America cry. You could be quite a few crowns and a Sicano, the Abaco Jews, the Uncle Julia Aquaji. I'm feeling to be to me. Bible said, I napping when you're meaning and napping with that crop. 6 months to another 1 month, I mean to me and Central and Ghana is it as a or how I help them, maybe to me as a Santa crop. The Ghana phone Siabutre, I see Ghana young Kwaji, you don't know who we are. Young friend of John, I've been on Comodian Air Cosso. They are tossing me now, better mechanism. He let you know, I say now starting. Into Siabutre, may you say, live in a Kakra, Yamiadum Information Service Department for Iron Church, all the districts across Ghana. Into Yansha Sabia and sorry, mosque, Woodward market, any the more cars and them more my public education. Yamiadum for Betias, Omokodi, Omsiki, Nephew, Mufons, Omotias here, Nomina studies it. Sikana Costro, Michis and Yamiadum, in Eddie Pabo teacher, and Yamabe, there will be a bufu, Yamabe and training. That's it.
That's it. And also, why drink
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Bachauding.
Wafa, Agado New Gado.
Yo, Gado Bacho Kaza.
Yamambonia Jimapa. Ninya wa fidi kesho mamentia ya boss honorable Kennedy hina Japan okumproko metiano any education minister Dr. Oseya Odichum onusu bu ajimapa any nana tuata aya engineer or local government onusu bu ajimanya kuponka omo na wafa ya besere matise we yeko IMF we account 16 times Ghana ekoji busa meboa enti se sadia se anye boni o man yi na ye nyina hwe wo fa ne eye boapa e bi na NDC for ye wi nyina na ajigo enye Ghana nkwa ekuru bi Americans amu ye kuru kese amu watika enne ahotire wo holomo nti adu sanu na mpanyinfo twitwa agia yan kambom na yan pampaibo nta omuchi na NDC said de omu ye no nti anka omu na sesebre omuti abanso anka ye wo hifa yan bi se ye wusa nti media mesre Ghana fo nyina aye wiase nyina na akwitire aba nti mpaibo na ehia mayam possible mayam training for omo yade free educating way NABCO what factories are diba 107 factories are ajimo Ghana animal when abaibe na yatimi yasade no enti adu ba bia yedin mpaebo na yedi betam pay forty na niema koyi amaye ya nyina nya honto na NDC for the omunja omudede no anya de ombesa ba mu bio
yo gada also ne yamenya adwuma bibi we ne betwa to hello good evening pacho etio
yeah ofakete pacho mwajo
ejoso
so katre minister no manager pia from na friend yaro ni shafran prince na bahana no na me pese kwanabo immediate se obedia mayero na me nshira no obayi masem nyina ne se IMF no when the first time Ghana for you remu ko 4 penso yakum EPA bibi gwale tumuko gwemu EPA ndi kada na bo afa o gimedia abogwai then the person mechane say we are friend please am wasa so man be do afu chance ma kwanyini kai yen no mo wo a friend please wo mo sabi yen yo gwase be dia timati sa su gase the problem ba ko pa no NDP ana fe so NDC for no ahye peteku nto atare no mo de chi enwa no NDP for no we do mo kan mo gwase bibi as abane tuma gwase ni nya do sen ko ke fiel titru intime se de na enne be for ka mo nya nhi nen ko gwase no ni yenso so etimi nya daade so atimi ya te nua no ko kaka vre so boa mesre be ni ko
yeah that's
amrafo
yeah that's eno agentire but to be a self say Sandy's 40 me come crash ko kasa se someone susu timi come crash e ko kasa mpacho ye fa ni pamienu a etwa to ye mfa obi abi ni pamienu etwa to. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Bacho yetio
Kwesi Apien.
Kwesi yetio
na my honorable station na wabaya wabutan Omanfm from Okase best na te wako trust station there neat Peace FM na wakono wakote na okay in fact akoye nyina ya so o me yenyu age papa sikata da hoda sana ye like say sika na ye ko bosa nti ya biala o ye hu biala na man this for ye what your propaganda na ho nti na ko ngwa that what we have here over what this beyond whatever show me there in after the power touch na be ya mai that was
yeah that was and so no one so adwenkyere. Hello, wo na o twa to mpacho fro say
ofa na ya kasa Peter Bora
na ya kasa
mami mo abaso o boy papa ma fa nyango bo shira opa mami tia ira kolisiama do do na boni mna nesiene UF kilo ya just kudia tia ofa emre du se yema ye hoso and then I'm in Cantamanto over. Yenya MPP for ya, the Yeboye, Buya, where she are on a Mabomu, and I'm in the on another day acquire me. Don't let you say IMF Naya corner, and your much easier, and now IMF Naya corner, and I do TV Muma any Biwana. And the Emra so say I'm 24, almost better than much than Cropo, and of fire Sremo. NDC, this is almost pure woman, as I'm getting. Omu biemu ema omu koles ne kasa ofa yesremo mo so edwa no pa mo biemu ne yaso yen kasa bi sebi empanifo betra ametra o madwi o but yen e wo grounds yeso ya betimi akasa mo omu obi su na mba bi o bete so what stations e yewra kana Japan station o de boa ndc fo bi egu ya bibini na bu ni akata o omu ma o kwa kwa ma wo ka wasem enti yesre empanifo do mo betra o ka o madwi o ba ye de wo grounds a ye wo nim de eko
I think that obey fair to a station bia when a program yeah if you don't know bia you be a quine and my mom so much me frɛ much more and no man you say bia serial call mo kwam way na you can have it. There were so many other programs why frɛ a brain chief like calls on the bit me fa say be calls ya bay any of your concluding remarks na yamfa orana Kyeremanteng easier
yo over medawase the etwatwa mpese mekan say titru ye kroma munya gide wo aban mu ma NDC for ano embromo so emma enkoye se de bia ye di musuo bi ana ebe to Ghana for so say ye ko IMF medical church mu say IMF no ye ka no ye nyina ye banka amasan bank ye nyina ye tuatua to ani akeka bom na akoye IMF for esika anonti obia wo ho akwanya se eduru ba bi na wohia moa wa usika na da wotumi kɔ ekɔbɔ mu busia na odi ye adwuma opese woyɛ no nti enya bɔne bi ana aba ana enya bibia ehu ye toso mienu Ghana sɛ de ofadi kankan no enya enne ene the farmer yeko IMF the 17th or 18th time yako and I'm church and say NDC for na ankasa no mpo no 2015 omudi ekoi no omudi ekoi no the economy was in very serious decline anunti and omukọ IMF no omo package wo ha ye gigigi nyina de ma kyerɛ sɛ wo problem no so pa anti na wo ba ho no no package no omukọ je standard credit facility ye buy within 18 months yenya na ye betimi ye adwuma ye boy ho modern a ye Ghana a free IMF program ye free IMF program no so no adwuma ye nyina no ema oman no epijai ma come one seminar transformation agenda ye nyina ma come one a percent party asese sa IMF akoba se ene ese ye kone san koje emoa no eye amansan problem COVID ene Ukraine war no edibaye out of 190 countries omona sabi omo because IMF bank na yomodia no over 100 of them ana womo ako epe IMF support enti se na Ghana se ye ko na ye ko negotiate support from IMF now share other countries akona you cannot compare NDC time womo no nam kwa fa so ehihye musika sema de omo ko you cannot compare that to the factors that took them to NDP IMF completely different from yesterday where we had no control over COVID, we had no control over Ukraine conflict enti mun chechiremu na nipa no ankasa no enti ase na mu ankasa nsusuru munya sabio awrehiremu se kwaye faso a ye gi Ghana a free IMF program no so no se akoba se esi ekwa yeni an ye besa aye adwuma asa ama ayi Ghana a free IMF na de ka wo kura a che se se ese mo bɔ mo am ho mo baso na mo bɔ aban ho abaso na mo hu se maban na aye adwuma apagya Ghana man and am di kind for the first time in the history of this country mfidi dwuma apagya me di kind can say about 296 factories at different stages of implementation as I speak now 125 of them as of June are operational by the end of December.
Now 125 107 American as of December 2021.
Okay. And in spite of all the challenges near there no I just say one for no kun say economy me the council so ka say one if na e bonidin nanso so normal ye na so cha one if no kra ye wo new sectors Ghana ye develop a bit take years beyond cocoa and na mebubu obidin na ye assemble cars wo ha say first ye sha say ye ka assembly obi asia na Ghana for so ye say maba so amama kese womo mudi ani mu pa ehihye ka wo so be assembly wa say enam hye papa ye di gu akwemu nti so won say 5 out of the 6 leading auto companies we are seeing say omu nyina ye assembly wa say Toyota wa ha Nissan wa ha BMW Isuzu beba VW beba
VW
enti se wo hwa Hyundai ebeba Kia ebeba you should be proud of this achievement and this is time what it says anomai ekoso and I tra mo hwehwan kekansem akese asif say wo mo ankasa no ba ye no wo mutumi ebeye bibi enye mfidindwuma na industry ho kwa maka agric eho asem acquire for over 2.5 to 3 million farmers are benefiting from planting for food a program here so we share say the mechanic educational sector da ben na moti say yes nkwara eco school free SHS yes see new school infrastructure all over the country and this time no na sade no anywhere enti transformation in industry, transformation in agric, transformation in education, road sector, emre wom ne ye ka not just the roads no interchanges sebi ebi anu kwa na ebi no sheda hu road sector all over the country eno so no kra no so say wohwa ye gusu aggressively ye railways ya start Tamatu Pakadan ye de beto aso nhihia de betimi aye eastern rail no and western rail ni nyina ye gusu ye de nhihia egu akwam energy sector Ghana for sebi edru ba bia na asem no kakra na eya ye tena dun somewhere for almost 4 to 5 years affect industries obia free so na say any ade nyina within a matter of 3 years and wom say edru ba bia can you betima of but nobody can say so dun some experience during this time no it is the same as we see now. The same reforms. And the economy was doing very well, one of the best in the whole world from 2017. Within a matter of 2-3 years, economy that was growing at 3% at IMF. First year by immediately, first year 8.1%. Second year, third year 7% average. Anna COVID COVID issue sabi obianim say it affected the whole country. Up to now, even Krakasi nyina even to solve one problem. A group abia President Akufo-Addo nya kukudro the way we manage COVID the bia no amansa nyina e kan was identity ne etna ho amandisi for amana said there sabi enugwasi bi na to Ghana ye boy nyina COVID aba obi anho akire no enu pokura COVID ba eche kura no ebinum kura no economy negative growth ebi 0.1%. Say at the end of December 2021 after COVID kura our economy was growing at 5.4%. It is an economy ubeka say obi ebeka amana kwaya ya said no yomu dia akoso COVID nunkwan expenditure nkwan no 19.7 billion dollars billion cedis. Okay. COVID 19.7 billion COVID related expenditure. About free water, free electricity, the account free mask, any idea sanitizers. Yeah, boy, who buy amani paduduo and wuni idea. They say Obia refima and this form and Abba said, I just say, she see Ghana compared to one more time. Anna say, yet me, I say na se bibi say atuyanchira say esi Ukraine dia be me Anna akoma de no cry west iron rods steel products say ye cray free Russia and Ukraine petrol ani bo kosro ama akoma inflation akosru nyina because of energy crisis war no e de ba nyina food inflation 30% of wheat supplied in the whole world from Ukraine and then Russia. So say it has nothing to do with the management of the economy. They affect the whole world. It will be a copy support from support near copy no. Said American a normal 9. The kind. Said the ye benya liquidity support ama international reserves na buying one you know ye di kra noma na ema nipa shortages mba any ade no na afesusu ye debt no ye betimi atuatua ya service ye no sa liquidity support na ebeba to Central Bank and our Bank of Ghana no account support ibenya no the toso me no susu no one will say BBC say investors or more invest economy na edu ba bia na I say obi yin sika na mom no se o ka so yin sika pe na wansi ano a na se tambia no se busia no So okay, say ubetua nisika man over 50 years. Now next week you see from nisika man ya. So na say foreign exchange in echo out. Started say call out to pay. Now say local currency no pressure abaso. Now say depreciation aba. Depreciation pape na affect bibia. Oh, enunchi se unya ko IMF program pay. Na omu ejitum na sa de se edema opa. Investors are not sabi omu adi omu sika abehye yeman mu nyina no. Won so my relaxed. Enti se senka first why na dwi so be yin sika kra afi na wa twen. Said the beya emma enkoba se o reserves are say we more no enti precautionary measure I no bema e be restore investor confidence in the economy, and that would completely bring the depreciation under control. Okay. And I'm saying, say, IMF scanning there a balance of payment, liquidity support. Name the ma a bois or minor pa say with the IMF back no pay. We won't say the friends of Ghana, different countries. Omo normally omo sutimi ebeboa Ghana omo support development bano omo no susu no ube say they come together and pledge a sika contributions to support Ghana and no be na e dey continue transformation agenda maker it over be the mechanic say ma the NDC 4 year no ma embu abem. Okay. Because we've put the country on the path towards sustained growth. And we go by. And yenya sa support here will take the country back on the path of prosperity. No matter NDC 4 no say we are one country. Kwa ya faswa ye shise no mano we are two Ghana and Yaman we should be our collective interest as a country. Say young Kambum na they say be a bit me overcome sa challenges also. Yenye na no we are looking for the good of the country. TM say the Masimbisi.
Uralan Kyeremanteng Nyumre Omanfm ne bowling point and Yafilis na that was say to Safro buy a new team nina Moka Yame and Famuna and Co. Yetwa Emrena Kande Mene Godon ye de a boy sanity. And so yeah dada.
Akusio wa hiyo akusio wa Shadia kakra afoni udi ko chi kakra yaka no onana rent to own yes of course rent to own a duru hobium cities and habitats woman plan city extension project come to my boom rent to own ban we get the +1 package and your lifeline package a one wankas when you fear and now fully service plots I will know beer any man soon beer who say a rent to own every cities and habitats and have a planned cities extension projects and Jahu Bomodi Bia sober friend number 0577 911 101 and a 055 553 0300 Afe 055 705 4635 website no a newaccra.city and that's a project management center at was Central University campus Metro Pram the Plan Cities Extension Project shaping Ghana's urban future.
Welcome to our unisex boutique, where comfort and style is our hallmark. Original Italian The shoes and boots for both men and women. Talk about looking your best and standing out on all occasions. And now Ours Creations, where you find authentic African clothing for men, women, and children. Visit us online or in store. In Tesano, behind the Ghana Police Depot. In Osu, behind the Snit Hospital. In Jolu, at the Jolu Junction, opposite the First Atlantic Bank. At the airport, Terminal 3, Departure C3, opposite Sunbra Lounge. Call us on 0244 649379, 0234 885042. Ours Unisex Boutique, comfort and style.
Na ase ho te sen mama o ti apon kakra na moment me say duane enti na me de front active and chance ni pepe mu nware pepe bia wo di a wo mra ho aba no wo ye front active cereals rich in vitamins, proteins, and minerals. Fiber no omega-3 so wom a blood digestion. Every 3 years, equals 100 years. Will be to me be na a main come put me in the breakfast, lunch, and answer pampo. Font active. The drinking suni, they want to die best. Ya de yatriano and now 1 persistre et minumbi. And I want to complete Omanfm can shoot minumbi. Now the test no, jai, Obanoma main, very nutritious. And a Font Active Junior in Sway. Font Active Junior, the form ranono. And Koda wadi 1, equals 14 years. Ya won't mini D year from no. Would the ensure and now milk and mexia. Now what Timanidi, Nanidenti, will bring you the Nina was supermarkets and a pharmacies. Dudua at the Pharmacy Limited, branch BM or Ghana for 0302 664 832 and 0245 915 254. FDA
Nancy who na me complain say me da me ntumi nei me si ne e kaka crank na fa me
ne ba ne say
Serenity bath salt
we your body enchini a ye de organic nnuru ahodo afra na sa wo de gu nso mu dware a ena ho ena wo beda wo de gu nso mu de wo nasisi mu a apropro bi he ne ho bio obi a ne honam wo nka no me kanfo Serenity bath salt ama no eye alkaline ti etumi yi toxins ahodo nyina efri wo body ni mu wo poso ye wo ya wo de Serenity bath salt egu nso mu dware a ena ho ena wo beda
na kwa be so me fa so de di midwuma
wo bath a wo de Serenity bath salt no ebegu nso ni mu enane a na wadem be sesimadu ompepa ho kra na wada wo betumi nso de agu bucket mu na wo de wo semna edware wie a wo de ahohoro wo ho ompepa ho kra na wada Serenity PNL ena de aba enye na e wo pharmacy shop ene shops ahodo nyina mu ana fra 020-838-2445 ana 0504-710080 Serenity bath salt ana peaceful sleep.
Yare aye jawo intintina ho ema
Oman FM.
Boiling point 2 from Oman 107.1 FM Masha from Okumasi. Nazare.
Oh, na mi monitor. Na monitor honorable lunch matina.
Okay.
Deployment la kuyi.
Okay.
Deployment na akuyi.
Decision to
yes, and a delivery. Say a banker say a bamum penning for NTC abonteno mochechi. Na omasa tesi nenchichi mo modeba no. Of our deployment ni air 1. And na effective delivery. I don't say 1. It will be a ye. See the honorable and Martin a bekasad wakasad. Na ba kwa manage ho o hwe ni dimina o se me se free studio
okay
me kwata na me hwe Facebook
okay
o hwe ni dimina any delivery na ahobrase wom
okay
humility wom
and a confidence
so wom ubusa na asem na wonim de o peso woka na me gidi say ofre fa say onobo kojo pon kroma say ono so meka na ubusa similar question na say the same questions are or ma similar answers it means say ade no mode kwa abonten no omunnim what they are about na communication was very critical and koba say and we are beka say adechine wi aka say yes ne ho ade ne yanyini na na ma conflict na yikakra na ma confidence ko mpo mu na we mu de feedback wo social media so very good.
Okay.
Feedback wo social media so eye kama. Okay. Mia so system misi tie ye no ofa eye ne delivery ni ye na ahobrase mu o de kirase mu no. Ofa to bia na ye kana ano brebre ma baato. Wuti so no amu wo chese left him alone e bia nke yankwa IMF. Ba baby akoduru no. Yes. Na baby akoduru no se ye kono so kan enye se bia se bi mpreduasa. Ye de se ekose buo bi ase ame akotete ye nsa.
Dabi.
Ene me pa be firi ho no mo apiaba. Na de se
mpo de na minim sa onsa Ghana for bebri nim. NDC for call for extended credit
facility. Yes.
Yes, we are call for balance of payment support.
Yes.
Endi enya de krona. Nazare.
No fa. Na me makọ remedial class makọ mass. Pe. Na so akọ remedial class akọ 6 subjects a. Na remedial class bi ada sa de pepepe.
So obi
akọ 7 subjects remedial class. E wo de ko 3 years and work no ano no. Obi so akọ bia ne physics kwa ne ha no. Itu akọ no kwa no oba. Wo se nyina ko remedial class. E mi hwa so de wo na wo subjects nso. What's that Philip account? Extended credit facility. Policy credibility. It very difference wom. Yeah, I also be a TSA. Say, Busa who say, enka NDC the wa bemwa. A combat a more and the IMF wa. A combat implement free SHS ana. Meanwhile, MP for buying na free na IMF facilities nani na wo. Yet na do September we implement free SHS. 1D1F or buy way. And name Napco of a Napco, if you see BC da.
Dabi.
A beko apetesi book of records was a Ghana didn't apetesi. Now I am Kobogini so Ghana apetesi book of records say president one day. And I will bet you is at 2 months on Japanese. Say one day, President Vietnam sorry, say one day, Ghana for 100,000 graduates. Obiano be a graduate. 100,000 graduates. Mombra nemo juma one day. Me who be that? In fact, US Ukraine the idea of to be more employment equal so much so the ABA first quantity me employ be ni pabe 300,000. You know, you're in the public sector.
Yeah, private.
Private. Automobile services when they say na ne ka ho no de aka ho say the tell me nipa 300,000 jobs. At the public sector. Now America no nipa do say the public sector. Ketu bi. Eti offer MPP for enya reshemu. Se babia akodu no nye we ponje na nye sa acha na emu ni bia akora mpo de sa ofa sa na akwakoye enna baby ye ka ho no ene ye se nyina ye ko ye wokusa kuwe mu benefits bi omu a ade ne ye nyiye ene omu agye eno ntiro ofa me de ye mo ma ne enso ha ya momentum no gada omu nkoso na omu nkipi momentum no enkoso na enkonkwa ena no asem ni bi ye nyina kra mu de tenkra ne bofa mpese medwane kra ne we de wo kama mentere to from breko levy of we said it here was it supposed to take the finance minister say afeni ya ode ne ko hamile e na besa ko azim na ono akwa chechiri mu ana enye na adwuma but because say o manye communication around it ye ni ntra we die nyamincha adum even though say they see ba putu Friday no na enije ni but for my juada no na me da ne bana say the most take care no that's how it should be as the man MP4 yes MP for confidence kosro of a me bu obi din a me see the Facebook account what deactivate it wa you be shocked and now no pa you call break look say was akọ Facebook live was akọ activating the Facebook account
afede na reach
so say afede obi bosa na sene bia obenya biaka oh eno nti no sanity offer in terms of prudent management. MPP oceans ahead of NDC. Enti no scanner beba no the adebeye very critical. People must know. And be must take. If I yiko pa kasa, ono bo sibe boa, enwure ono so akasa.
Okay.
Yeah, ono nso so ese ekopinya eka free teachers. No. Teacher training allowance. And then nurse training allowance no. Was one because be nya enka yentwem.
Na sorry say made from what I heard from what they say nurse for name do if from say
nurses no.
Yes. Men so they maintain from say na yama mo allowance. Na
bibi kakra ni a
monso monsa contraction about of course of living idea and nyese mo nkwa na mama ntete wo krom ha because the nation is training you where you are also guaranteed employment
where na mo koye adwuma
na mo sama we na afensu the consideration bi enma me mom de now bi aba say be a nation and teacher training la young hu bibi dia
now of very very interesting
because now crown so very lucrative outside easily go outside and secure the employment Ghana
of a professor bizu so ono so I think so a cons lecturer ono so e the proposal bi aba wasinka but I'm not sure say they will take it on board but or say Bank of Ghana capacity you bet my apprentice can offer metie no na I am tempted to go with the worker no was say print of money on its own and you know the inflation ba
okay
na see the scan no be circulating na ma inflation aba na o ye example was it Ghana here for pan bind omoka contractors road contractors na ade wa band we ka 2 million or we ka sini was what this can man no what je ya the quarter kwa kutua the bank car or the bank it goes back to the bank what je ya no what do be cement what do be anwa car koye adwuma it goes back it will be these 6 months ubenya at least a quarter of the money back into a you know
I know almost so na why country identify say a crime way here see be going to the construction
of why a professor one so one refraf why a professor of economics
no permit him na me cancer and no pen me te so cancer me I can never pretend say I know better than you Nasa want to say no. I so him the all can no can me dem him but I want to defer to him. Na me just on him the no can.
Yes.
So obi beje achinya ye nyama other economic professors no. But no somebody like me. Not somebody like me.
Yes. Enti sanity na metie si be boa kakra. Na almost say be mu bi levy but wo ka asem bi efa levy ho sister na ko bonko abanon ko IMF esibe bo that is orientation
okay
na se mu behwa a wo mo economist na obi a woni orientation say IMF ye we see me say we see we do mu nya one party no but obi a woni different orientation and wo ka say aban anticipate enema e koso sisi and a baby and also no could anticipate say COVID-19 eba from no Ukraine so the ebe ba asabese asem cry and until no and what can was think of for what is think of for kind of about me and I said was look was cut him some slack that's a year we use you know say obeda anticipate
no
I didn't ba baby akwa dru so ni enye say bia o makwose bo bi ase enti no people should have confidence in the system and water will find its level of anti ya queen 2 minutes
MPC they want me
my memo 30th day no 30th June I saw you can offer e so critical say 30th June ni die ni would have for we ni wie we ni ye wo say o ma down beba o mama parliament but no waje permission no atro krata said the member.
Okay.
When we the following honorable members were absent. It only say without permission. A free year nana ayu if you just see Agbevels Agotime Azazugu Albert Akuka Garu and Shre Emmanuel Eje Achimangwa Beja South Anyimadu Entry Kwame Asante Achim Central Esema Eje Nana Amadukuya Ekwapem North Atamil Samuel Commander Ewia Ignatius Bafo Sunyane West Bandim Azuma Abet Bunkurugu Chenia Amidu Sisala Mahama Seni Daboya Mahama Nasser Turi Ayawasu East Mbomba Thomas Tatale Mensa Betty Nana Efia Crosby Afram Plains North Mensa Isaac Eje Wasa East Nokwe Kofi Akon Evalu Edra Nyakon Kwamena Minta Cape Coast North Osai Asare Abena Etiwa East Oti John Bless Nkwanta North Prempe Matthew Upoku Mensia South Kwesi mi moni dimbim Adjasa for mi moni dimbim Suma Anthony Nadoli Tete Joycelyn North Dai Yusuf Mustafa Yagaba Vanderpoy Alfred Oku Ablikuma Etiwe eye Thursday 30th June Oma Parliament but yenim baby at the crowd Oma absent without permission. We Wednesday 29th June Ado ya Frempon Manso Dubia a free year nana ayu if you just say Ajima Manu Kwaben Ekwaku Doma Central Albert Akuka Garu Asante Kwajo Suhum Esema Isaac Kwame Achimampunia Esema Eje Nana Madukuya Ekwapem North Boati Akosi Dakon Bosome Frehu Chinia Amidu Sisala East Christ Abeku Ekunfi Dada Collins Esutifi South Forsen Kesel Ato Ajuma Kon Mbomba Thomas Tatali Mensa Betty Nana Efi